Welcome to the SID View
podcast.
What the heck?
You guys are really getting
What
innovative
is
with
that?
this.
Yeah,
New
it was-
ground.
The
has been
instant
broken.
she started talking, Sid's wheezing.
Holy crap.
Dude,
Look
the
at the
chat is
freaking-
booming.
Oh, hello everyone on the chat. Oh, that's
Wow.
great. Oh, they're rocking.
Can't keep up with it.
Oh, they're rocking.
Craziness. All right.
Rocking and rolling.
Oh yeah, and a lot of the same people. Hi, Karen. Everybody's great. I love looking at the chat.
What don't you love, Diego? You love everything.
Smelly babies and dirty diapers.
Okay.
A good answer.
Makes
I
But
guess.
I
sense.
do love kids. I just don't like smelly babies and dirty diapers.
Cannot relate.
I cannot relate.
No.
Yeah.
Wait,
do?
you like that?
What? No, that's not what I'm saying.
She just said he couldn't relate. The
You're not liking it.
No, you stop.
I honestly saw Remy's way on this one. I get where she's coming
Thank
from.
you.
Must be a Gen Z thing.
Oh
Hey,
yeah.
you're in Gen Z. Don't get too.
I'm a millennial, bro.
What are you, 96?
What is the
95.
age cutoff?
Okay,
What is?
yeah, I guess
could you,
he's technically the last year.
could you
Gen
guys
Z.
explain that to me?
What's that now?
Like the Gen Z, millennials. What is the
Well, millennial ends, I think, at 95.
95?
And is it Gen Z after that?
Yes.
I don't know.
What are we? Old folk?
We're Gen X.
Gen
right?
Xers.
X,
You know what they gave them the name X because they didn't know what the hell you guys were going to be like. It's the variable X.
That's enough. Fro.
Shut up, bro.
All right.
It's a dumb Gen Z comment. You know?
That is the reason.
I shouldn't say typical
How do you know?
Gen
You weren't
Z.
alive then.
I don't know. You can read about things that happened before you were born, Sid. That's like Remy finding out when phones were invented.
Yeah.
She clearly did not
Dude,
read.
that was awful. You had to bring that back up. That's
Hey, what the hell,
terrible.
man?
I shouldn't say typical Gen Z because Amanda's Gen Z and she is not like the rest of them. So
It's a wide range.
I wish you
Good
saw the
job by
look on
you.
her face when I said that.
Wow.
Well, we got a lot to go over.
Diego,
Yes, sir.
we call you boomers.
Oh, yeah. Boomers? Or whatever.
That just means you're well seasoned, okay?
Yep, I know.
That's what you're not old, you're experienced.
No, I'm old.
Well
I know I'm getting old.
Yeah. Well, you said it, so
I said at work, I can't even see the needle to put the thread in anymore. I say to JJ, she said, am I on the clock? I say, okay, you're on the clock.
there's this thing called glasses.
I refuse to do it.
Why?
'Cause I just
That's an old person excuse.
It is. I just said to Summer. So I talked to Summer. She's like,
Well, let's start the insanity.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Man Cave for the next edition of the SID's View podcast. Chocked full of action. Do we have to go over? My man Diego is in the house. What's up, buddy?
hey, man, happy to be here. It's going to be a great night. Got a great guest. It's going to be fun.
All right, our girl Reminator here is over here on the controls, ready to go.
Am I going to be the one doing this?
Would you believe it's 2 weeks in a row now? I forgot to do a joke for this.
Oh my God. Yo, it's a beautiful Tuesday. I'm here with my boys, and I finally have a girl. Let's do this.
All right, well done. All right, our man Rob is in the bullpen with the bowling shirt. That means he's ready to roll.
What up, everybody? Your man Rob back in the house, and as I look in my mirror image here, it looks like the Fro is once again coming into bloom. Maybe my nickname will be back in just a few weeks.
That's what I'm talking about. Bonsa's at the news desk. What's up?
my super suit?
We got a lot to talk about, including a big night for Big Red and proof that you can be number one at 61.
All right, lots to get into, man. I am excited for tonight's show. I got to tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on. But before we do, make sure that you become a podcast member. Why don't you? Go to youtube.com/SidsView/join, $4.99 a month. Get yourself in that live chat. As we said behind the scenes there, it is already hopping. And, of course, you get to participate in our Who Won the Week and our modified Heart Hit of the Week, which we will get to here momentarily. So make sure you get on that. And we are thrilled to have in studio with us SK Light modified competitor Amanda West is in the house. What's up?
Hello, I'm excited to be here.
Yes, thanks for joining us. We have action from all four tracks to go over. Let's get the scroll going. Our friends over there at Monaco Ford giving us the top 5 finishers, and there was a lot happening going all the way back to Thompson on Wednesday. So as we started, before we get into some things here, we started last week. We debuted the Cause Central Auto Modified Hard Hit of the Week. I gave the $500 and some Sid's View podcast merch to Tyler Chapman, who was the winner. And we've changed things up a little bit, Diego.
All right.
It was a little hard for our man Fro to keep up with the tally like we do with the Who on the Week. So what we have done is we're going to put it in the live chat. And we also want to make sure that it's clear that because we kind of mentioned this last week, but I just want to make sure there's no misperceptions. You do not have to be a podcast member of the podcast to win the award, but you do have to be a podcast member to vote. And you vote in the live chat. So before we... and what we're going to do is show the video clips and get more into it. But why not get funky with a little animation? You know how our man Rob does it, right?
Ouch.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get those... we're going to show you the clips, and then we're going to put the poll up in the live chat so you have the entire show to mull it over, right? We're giving away 500 big ones here, right? So we don't want people to rush their decision. Think about it. Now, the live chat limits us to 4 options that you can pick from. And one of those options we have decided is going to be a rollover to the next week, which I think is good. So if you don't really like any of the nominees, we can roll that over to the next week, and then it will be $1,000 to the hardest hit. But we did pick 3. So us here in the studio, as well as our man Cosmo Williams, we've all voted on this. And this is the top 3 vote getters. Reminator is ready to roll. What do you got for us?
So our first one is Luke Baldwin, Wheeler Modified at Thompson. Here we go.
We're going to take a look at a replay and see if we can find out exactly what happened. Down into turn number 1, apparently something broke
that's
on
a
the
hard one.
automobile
Awful.
because it went straight
Slow motion
in,
doesn't
Joe,
do justice.
hard and made contact.
So
Yeah.
that
I would
is-
almost say it does do justice, which is really saying something about the hit, to be honest.
Right. All right, Rems. And then what do we have for the second option here for the voters?
The second option, same race, but it's Eric Byrne.
Okay.
So here we go.
And it ended with a victory. Meanwhile, trouble on the front straightaway. Eric Byrne across the left front tire of Luke Baldwin goes airborne. Hard lick for the 11 of Eric Byrne and heavy damage also on the 7 New York of Luke Baldwin.
Not a
Was
good
Tom
night for
Baldwin
Luke.
Sr. to test it. Here's the situation.
All
It
right.
appears
So
that
there's
Eric
number 2.
Byrne
Got airborne there. Pretty
Dude,
good.
that's
huh?
some force,
well,
though.
to his
Yeah.
outside.
Man.
Was the number 7.
All right, Rems. And what do you got for the third option?
So the third option will be going to Waterford for SK Lights. And you'll see the wreck with Gomarlo.
That's Eddie Gamarlo there in the white car. And he also got some air there.
Jerry in turn 4 must have had a view of that.
He did everything but turn over. That's crazy.
All right, so what we're going to do,
That's a shot.
the poll has been started. So those are your 3 options, those 3,
Even I could vote. This
or,
is great.
or the rollover.
This is fantastic.
So yes, all of us here can go in there and vote. So we're going to let that roll for the entire show. Why that's happening, we got to talk to you about a trip that we took to Seekonk Speedway on Saturday, and let me tell you what, we had a blast. First of all, shout out to Ed St. Germain and everybody over there. The hospitality was top notch. They even were talking about us on the PA during a caution flag that we were in the house. It felt really nice, even though I was telling Bonssa and Rob that it was a little bit awkward to hear them talking about us. And but it was obviously no doubt that they appreciated it. And so we walked around in the pits and talked to a bunch of people. We talked to the Saradinskis. We talked to Pepe. We talked to Mike Mitchell. He and we'll get to this a little bit later, but he remembered the infamous meltdown that he had years back. Got to meet Dylan Estrella. Talked with Rick Martin, Andrew Gomes, Dave Darling, Lascola. Just a really good time in the pits. A lot of positive feedback about the podcast. A lot of people came up to us when we were in the stands. And then we mixed it up. So we went and got something to eat. We watched the truck race from turn 4. Then we went to the tower and we watched the, what was that over? That was the
late model.
The late models from basically the start-finish line.
Yep.
Then we went to the back stretch and watched another epic sportsman race. And Wayne Darling was out there. Jake Johnson was there with his dad, so we got to talk with them. And then we went to turn 3 to watch the Pro Stock race, and which had an epic finish that we'll get to later. But I'll pass it over to these guys. But listen, Seekonk, if you haven't gone there, you got to go there, man. The racing was amazing. The first race was the truck race, and Rick Martin kind of schooled him once he got the lead. But the other 3 races were amazing. I mean, they just have a really good product. They get the parking lot was packed. And, you know, Seekonk's a little different because you can sit all the way. Have you ever been to Seekonk?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can sit all the way around the track, right? And so people are spread out. But I was, like, looking, and I was thinking, like, if they were all on the front stretch, you would think it was a jam-packed house. So, I mean, you know, they great crowd. Just good vibes all around. I mean, you know, we see a lot of the clips, so we know that there's good racing there. But it was as advertised, man. It was a lot of fun.
As Sid said, what really helped my experience, you know, off the bat, I don't get to go to a lot of races just purely as a fan anymore. So to go and just be able to relax and talk to drivers and sit and watch was awesome from the get-go. But, like, it's almost weird when you only see these cars through clips for 2 years and you finally see them in real life. I mean, this is such a, as you guys would say, Gen Z thing to say. But it felt like I was in, like, virtual reality or something. I was like, man, they're right here. And it looks insane through the rectangle we all watch it through. But, like, man, when you're seeing that times 10 across the entire track, I don't know what they've put into the pavement over there, but for a third mile to produce that kind of street stock racing, or sportsman as they call it, it's just unbelievable. Even the late models, I went in, you know, we don't see a lot of clips from them. Maybe it's because we're sort of just drawn to the sportsman because we know it's crazy. They provided a race that was almost as intense as the sportsman guys did.
Yeah, when we were sitting there and Kevin Boucher came up from doing the podium interviews for the late model race, and he saw us and said hi, and he made some sort of comment, Bonssa, right? Like it's going to be tough to beat that late model race.
Yep.
And you can make the argument that the next 2 races were even better. I mean,
right?
It was a good night.
That's the thing is like each division, they stepped it up in excitement.
Yeah.
The trucks were good. The late models were really good. The sportsmen were excellent. And then the pro stocks, I mean, what a way to cap it off. And you'll see why later on.
Yeah.
I have to admit, though, Rob said it. You watch all these clips, but it doesn't do justice when you're there in person and you see it, especially the sportsmen. Seeing them drifting all the way around the corner, running up high, down low, in the middle. It's wild to see in person. Like, it's a whole different perspective that you don't get watching on YouTube or on Flow or anywhere else.
Right.
The crowd was really active.
Yeah.
When one of the winners came to victory lane, the crowd went nuts for them. It was a very lively crowd. Like Sid mentioned, if it was, you know, not all the way around, but all in the front stretch, it would have been a packed house. And I thought it was cool how many people came up to you, Sid, because they watched the podcast. It makes you realize just how many people are watching every Tuesday night and complimenting what you guys do on a weekly basis. The Seekonk show is phenomenal, really underrated.
Yeah.
Everyone talks about Stafford's weekly show and how great it is, and we know it's the best, but Seekonk is really good. They have great car counts, a great atmosphere in the pits, and the racing backs it up. I was very impressed with it. Not to say I had low expectations. I actually had pretty high expectations, and they exceeded it. It was really fun.
That's impressive.
Yeah. It was a good night. Are we gonna have to give our weekly warning to Kenny about the comments in the chat? Jeez, Lou.
You know, I went to Seekonk last year. I know I couldn't make it with you guys this week, but we went last year to championship night.
Yeah.
And we skipped out on, I think there was a Monaco race out at Stafford. There was a few options. And us as a collective group said, let's go to and mainly it's from all the clips we watched here.
Right.
And so there was maybe 6 of us. We all trekked up there.
Yeah.
And we weren't disappointed either. You know, you get to know some people now that race up there, so you get to root them on. But we didn't go in the pits. We sat in the stands. But I could second to what you guys are saying. When we went up last year for championship night, and it was cutthroat night.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you could imagine being there at cutthroat night as Final Four, and they're racing for the championship, you better buckle up.
Yeah, now we did go on, I think what was technically a special night. All 4 of their regular Saturday divisions had extended distance features.
Yeah.
And Bonza alluded to it earlier. We always talk about, like, how much of a box do you want to put these divisions in? Like, the size of the box is really what determines the racing in terms of setup and all that jazz. whatever box they have some of those divisions in, I mean, you see guys drifting the corners, and you see guys driving like they have like a foot-tall spoiler. I mean, it almost doesn't look real, the amount of lines that they can run there. Not even just in the Sportsman.
Oh, right. No, that is true.
Dude, Pepe was
like,
way the hell up there.
Oh, yeah.
He way up there, dude. It was
He lives
unbelievable.
up there.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, for sure.
And with the extra laps, really nice, tidy show. There was only one real long caution because somebody dumped fluid all the way around the track. Otherwise, we would have been done probably by around 9, which is not bad at all considering heat started at 6. It was a really nice, tight show. It didn't drag.
That's great.
So if if you couldn't tell by what we've just been saying, go to the old DRC electric
it out.
chalkboard chatter, and you'll know that Seekonk was a blast. We had a good time.
Yeah. Can you tell Sid didn't write this, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, the handwriting
I
is
mean,
much
what the
better.
hell?
Hey, what's wrong with it?
No, I'm
So-
saying your handwriting's much better.
Oh, okay.
So a couple more things to get after. First of all, our next 2 Saturdays now, we're going back to the home track. We're going back to the Speedbowl. We're going to do some Sid's View. Now, we're doing it a little bit differently. We're not getting involved with in-cars in terms of us bringing our GoPros and installing them. For this Saturday, because Preston and Remy are not available, so we don't have people to do it. And the following week with our obligations to the Monaco series, again, it might be a little bit too challenging. However, Bonssa will be there in turn 4. Rob will be there in the grandstands with me. So
Damn
grandstand commentary. We're going to stroll around the pits. We're going to get a ton of B-roll. And our main man, Ben, is going to be there flying the drone. So we're going to have some cool content for sure. The backstretch cam, all the other elements.
Yes.
So really excited to bring the crew back. It's been a long time. We got our second shoot got rained out. So we have not done, even though we go there with single cam every week, we've not done Sid's View since the blast off. So it's long
That's
overdue.
crazy.
Yeah, that's messed up, Sid.
It is messed up, isn't it? Well,
That's
what
your
are you gonna
home.
do?
That's your home track.
Well, listen, we are, like I just said, we have a camera there every week.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
And so Barabalt has his Barabalt Greco 43 lapper for the SKs. Looking for that. Forward to that. Hope that they have a big field down there. And then the Monaco race is typically the biggest night of the year at the Speedbowl with the biggest crowd. And one more thing I want to get to before we hand it over to Bonssa for the weekly update, because several people had contacted me about this because this was floating around the old social media, and that's a documentary called Team 28. And this guy David Whitcower, who I got to meet, he's out from California, and this project's been probably a couple years in the making, and I know all about the hard work that goes into a documentary. Got a chance to watch it. A lot of cool clips in there. A lot of the greatest hits from the Sid's View archives are in there. And people have been asking, it does say produced by, in my world, in terms of producing a documentary, I wasn't that hands-on in this thing. But he gave me a producer credit because I did give him a ton of footage to use in order to help tell his story. He did interview me, Keith Rocco, Meg Fuller, the legendary Hall of Famer Lou Boyd, David Arute is in there, Burt Myers is in there, and obviously Buddy and several people from his team. And so get a chance to watch it. It's all the information there is online. I think it's I think this service is called Movie, MUVI, and so it's available now. I think as a pay-per-view for $10. Go ahead and support it. These documentaries are very expensive to produce, and so check it out. I think a lot of you modified fans will dig it. And with that being said, Bonssa is chomping at the bit. Let's get after it. A lot to go over. Oh, wait a minute now. There it is. Got it.
The weekly update presented by Belltown Motors. We're going to start with Thompson Speedway. They had a show last Wednesday headlined by the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour, and Patrick Emmerling started last in the 150-lap race, came through the field, and won driving a tribute car to the Dick Armstrong Big Red #1 that was driven by Jeff Bodine when he won a lot of races back in the 70s. It's Emmerling's second win of the year, and a really cool win, especially because Jeff Bodine was there to see his old car out there.
Yeah.
I think he paced the field with the old car as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did.
And he started scratch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he did something to his car.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to go down there and chat with Jeff Bodine, excuse me, but I did chat with Patrick afterwards, and I chatted with Carl Olberg, who is the guy who actually maintains the tribute car to the Dick Armstrong #1. Just a cool night to win on that. As a historian, I thought it was really neat that not only did he win in that tribute car, but he got to celebrate with Jeff Bodine in Victory Lane. That's pretty cool.
You couldn't make it up.
Yeah, right. That's
I mean,
cool.
you start dead last.
Yeah.
Jeff Bodine's in the house.
Yeah.
And you win. And you win pretty dominantly.
Just like how Jeff did it.
Yes.
Let me tell you a story. So the Dick Armstrong #1, a lot of old timers, I don't think, I don't want to speak out of school here, but this is just my perception. That car, it changed the game because that was really one of the first cars that Dick Armstrong was a jeweler. And Diego, you would have loved it, right? Chrome, like the car was always beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And it was the first like I can outspend you to go fast kind of thing.
And did they?
And they spent a lot. He spent a lot of money. And Bodine's cars were always fast. And if he wrecked, he was always back and was fast again. And a lot of people, I think, might have resented the way that car changed the game. Like, in my opinion, it was going to happen eventually anyways.
Right.
That just happened to be the car that did it.
For sure.
I won't mention any names, but I saw some old timers coming down from the press box, and I said something like, "Oh, that's pretty cool that Emmerling won in the Bodine car with Bodine here," and they all kind of looked at me like, "Yeah, who cares?"
Right. Right.
And I just thought to myself,
Oh, so they're still feeling
I
a
just
certain
thought
way.
like, maybe they still like they're not really thrilled about that car. Yeah.
Well, that car won 55 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
55 wins in 1 season.
Jeff Bodine, I don't know if it's still a thing. It probably is, right? He was in the Guinness Book of World Records. I remember that I was a kid for the most races won by a race car driver.
Really?
Was that season? Yeah. Yep. All right, what else you got?
New England Super Modified Series. They raced at Thompson, and Dan Bowes got his first win of the year. In the 604s, Keith Rocco got win #3 on the season. Then the late models, Jake Johnson does it again. 3 wins, 2 seconds in his first 5 starts this year. SK Light Modifieds, Nick Hovey stays hot, 4th win of the season. Street Stocks, George Baldwin, also hot, 3 straight wins for him. Mini Stocks, Ryan Pomposelli got his 2nd win of 2025. And in the Crown Vics, Ethan Williams got his 3rd straight victory, his 4th of the year.
So, couple things. I know I think we have lined up a little car count discussion later, but the tour brought 27 cars.
That's pretty good.
That's
That
pretty
is
good.
solid.
Not bad.
Pretty good. The Crown Vics, now I did not watch this, but there was only 2 cars. I mean, I don't want to get into this debate again, but
Right.
2 cars.
We beat it to death.
How many cars did they have the first week, Diego? Didn't they have like 6 or 7?
I thought there was
I thought they had 3.
4.
Oh, okay.
I think there was 4.
That's better than what I
Okay.
thought.
Maybe 3. It was one of the 2. 3 or
Yeah.
4.
That's rough.
50% decline. Not good.
All right.
Going to Friday at Stafford Speedway in the SK Modifieds, a frantic finish that saw Corey DiMatteo break an over year-long dry spell with his first win of the season, holding off Mike Christopher Jr.
Oh,
Are we talking about that?
yeah, go.
Dude. Banging.
Dude,
That was a
listen,
heck of a finish.
it was a hell of a finish,
Banging.
right? I'm sure Mikey wasn't extremely happy. And I know Dana was, he pretty much led that whole race.
Dana?
I mean, Dana. Corey. Sorry. I
Come
get it mixed up. Sorry. Corey led the whole race. But Corey's had a down year.
Oh, yeah.
He really needed that win, right? And that's
Yes.
not to say, Mike shouldn't have won, but Corey had a hell of a fast car. And he needed it, wanted it, and he had to do whatever he had to do to get the win. But either way, those 2 dominated the race.
They were
They-
1-2 for the whole
Dude.
They
feature,
were in their own
basically.
zip code.
Oh, yeah.
I am so happy that race played out green. Now, I always love a shootout, especially when the race kind of becomes
Right.
a snooze fest. But, as a kid especially, I always would be like, oh, my God, green, white, checkered. And then you just kind of decide the race by jostling around on a restart. The fact that Mikey Jr., I see I just did it again, Sid.
Yep.
Mikey.
Bad job by
Mike
you.
Christopher Jr.
Yeah.
won the race by having to actually run down Corey and figure out how to pass him under green with no other cars in the way. I think is awesome. I love when races get decided that way.
We were talking about this after the race, just all of us. And if you are a race fan, that was a hell of a race to watch.
Hell yeah,
Right?
it was.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It almost went bad on the last lap in
No, but
turn
it was
1.
great. I mean, it
No,
was
it was-
great
it was
as a
exciting.
I
fan.
mean, for the last, what was it, like 20 something laps? It was, you're watching Michael gain and then lose, and I mean the lap cars basically made the race.
Amen. So that's what I said to Corey. I was like, I seen him Saturday at the bowl, and I was like, damn. I mean, I'm watching, and they kept such an equal gap the whole time, and then Fro, the split screen, had me watching the split screen, right? So, and all of a sudden, I'm like, Mikey Christopher is in his ass. Like, how the hell did that happen? How did that happen? So I said to Corey the next day, I missed something because I didn't think he was going to get there, right? Because it was always a 2-car buffer.
He had to go high a little bit to get past that lap car.
And he says, that's what Corey said. He said, Diego, the lap car started screwing me up a little bit and made it more of a race than it had to be.
It was so interesting, though, like how Christopher could get like a car length, but he just couldn't penetrate that bubble for some reason. Like,
That's what she said.
Diego, you're lucky you didn't get hit with that.
All right,
You
hold on a
deserved
second.
it,
Now,
bro.
Fence Line sent us some split screen in cars from both competitors here. You want to check this out?
Let's see it.
All right, hold on. I did all that, and I just want to make sure I got the audio on this bad boy.
Di Matteo with a school and defensive driving lesson there. Holy cow. I hear it, but I don't see it.
What happened? Oh, you don't?
No.
No.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good, though.
I couldn't have screwed that up any
Oh,
worse,
fair
huh?
enough, baby,
All
fair.
let's try this. There we go. Yeah, we just cut through that.
This is great, though. Look at this.
Yeah, at this point, I'm thinking, oh, it's on.
It's so good to be a Mikey Christopher shoes right here because, I mean, he's chasing the rabbit.
He's going to go low here, and Corey blocks him.
He has to.
Yeah. And Christopher gives it to him.
Listen, Mikey Christopher's a hell of a shoe, though, man.
This is where it gets
Dude,
scary.
there's so many chances this night.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
Again.
Oh, there I go again. This is great.
It's hard not to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's
Christopher
intense.
got to him again here coming off of 4, but it's interesting. When Corey started blocking, it's like it slowed him down even more.
Yeah.
Because he
Because
was pinching
it's-
off the exit.
Yeah, but the problem is, so as a driver in that situation, you're down to the nitty gritty. I mean,
Yeah.
the pressure is on.
Oh, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
you-
Right,
You don't
and-
want to be Corey.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then
No.
you don't want to be
Situation.
Corey. It's so hard. So now you're like, you have to get into protect mode because he's there.
Yeah.
Right? You got a lap to protect. I mean, I've done this many of times. You would do it, right? You get down to the last lap. You got to protect. You know the bottom
Oh,
shot's
yeah.
coming.
Right.
Right? So I just kind of feel.
Again, the intensity, like you just ran almost the whole feature green. Like your heart rate's already way
Listen-
jacked up even before this happens.
And forget the turn 3 bottom shot. Michael can do a turn 1 bottom shot.
Well, that's the
so you
thing.
got to guard
Right.
every corner of the track with him.
And it's much easier for Mikey Christopher because.
Who's Mikey?
Yeah.
Well, Mike Christopher Jr. It's so easy for him because he's the aggressor.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just fun for him, and he's the one that's going to get mad. It's not fun for Corey DiMatteo at that, even though he's leading.
Yeah.
It is pressure packed, and that's all you see is that black car in the spotter, like looking inside, and you're just like, oh my god,
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so intense.
No, and that 96 was all that he needed to get up there and start making those moves. I mean, they'll tell you, you kind of sniff a draft down the back
Listen.
straightaway in those SKs now. You really do.
You want to talk about getting out of the car and being relieved? Like,
Corey.
yeah. So listen, and you know, he said some bad words and whatever, and he said he was going to do it, but I love the raw emotion. I mean, it meant so much to him the from not winning and then his uncle passing.
Yeah.
It meant a lot for him to win the
Right,
race. And
right.
I always say this, you know, you keep winning races until you don't anymore. And then you go on a streak of a year or two without winning, and you think, damn, do I suck? What's going on? I got a good car. I have a good motor. Nothing's adding up for us.
Right.
And all in, I mean, could you imagine if he would have lost that race, though? I mean, it would have been great for Mike Christopher Jr. I mean, Corey, he might not have showed up at the track the
15
next
months.
week. You know what I mean?
I think defending Mike Christopher Jr., I think Mike Christopher is one of, if not the hardest drivers to defend in the SKs right now. He is one of the best at chasing somebody. So,
He's flat out good.
yeah.
He's very good at what he does. He's methodical. He's smart. And we've talked about this earlier. Even when you give his post-race interviews are spot on all the time. I love listening to him talk. And then he gets into these like arrow pushes. Like he's
Yes, he did mention that,
because
yeah.
he's so in tune with his car
Yeah.
and with air and what the hell's happening on the track. Everything is thought about with him as he goes through the field. I mean, he probably sees stuff happening and he doesn't want to get tight up around this guy or do this. He's looking 3 rows ahead to try to set up that spot. That's why he always ends up front.
And yet, if you ask him 1 week later, he'll forget.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to late models. Daryl Keene, another driver breaking a dry spell. He got his first win of the year in just about a calendar year, tightening up the championship standings dramatically. That was a big one for Daryl.
Listen, I had no idea.
We like to call him Delicious.
Delicious.
Yes.
They got some amazing nicknames that division.
He's a couple
dude.
weeks
Holy.
late for me. I picked him a couple weeks ago, but it's about time he won because he's always
Yeah.
fast. But I had no idea Adam Gray was the point leader.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
You,
my
you
man,
really wouldn't.
my man hasn't had.
I
a
mean,
year.
you only do a podcast where we went over that last week. But
I
that's
know,
okay.
but when
you were
you're
in the live chat. We got you.
when I am in the live chat. But when you're watching every week, he hasn't. Adam Gray is good,
Yeah.
but he hasn't
yeah.
been overly
Where he
impressive.
was.
Right.
When you
No,
think of-
it's by attrition. I mean, really,
Right.
in that division this year, it is like he just hasn't wrecked out, and a lot of the other guys that run up front every week are almost
right.
checkers or
I've had a
records,
bad one.
just about.
When you
Yep.
think about it, a lot of the championship contenders, Adam Gray, Kevin Gambacorta, Andrew Duran, they were all like 7th, 8th, or back. Like they were all off last Friday.
Yeah. But Delicious is always pretty fast. He's had the tendency to fall off on the long run, and this week he really didn't. He kept it good, and and the excitement from him when he got out. It's like we talked about our pre-show. It was like,
Yeah.
finally,
Just relief, right?
yes,
Yep.
thank God, I could just go back to have fun now.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
the pressure would just kill you.
And I've heard from many that almost makes it easier to win. Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked if now the wins just start getting knocked down for
Right.
him, you know?
Right.
SK.
Hopefully,
oh,
that's. People told me that after I won my first race. Oh, the wins will just keep coming.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's not that easy.
No, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
look, yours isn't that far off. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we're close.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go to SK Lights, where one driver was very relieved that their 12-year drought finally came to an end. Bob Charland took the victory, holding off the field in multiple late race restarts. Point leader Nick Hovey was taken out, though, in a late race pileup in turn 1 that also involved 2 other championship contenders, Megan Fuller and our own Amanda West.
I do have the video of that, so we'll show that while he just talked about
Way
it.
to be on it,
and
Rams.
seamless transition. Oh,
And they're
Lordy.
stacking up big time
Ooh.
behind him.
Big.
Midford crashes, Casey Vogt crashes, Nick Hovey, the point leader, is involved, along with Kalo Giannis and a few more.
I like how you
including
widen
Megan
out and there's
Fuller.
more
Anna,
cars.
He's trying to get in the
Amanda,
Yeah,
did that
this-
put you out?
Yeah. I mean, basically, there was 2 laps left, and
Yeah.
we were still able to roll. So I stayed out and just kind of
That's a
limped
points
around.
move,
But
right.
yeah, that was a very frustrating wreck because I mean, granted, we shouldn't have been in the back. That's we just weren't on any tires that night, and I was fully clearing that wreck. I saw a hole, I was going for it, but it's just you
Oh,
just
they close up fast.
You just get taken out from behind.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I saw the wreck before it even happened, and I knew where I was gonna go, and then you just get stuffed from behind, and it's like. Look
Yeah.
look ahead, please.
It looked like the 76. I mean, he was
He
having
got
a
loose.
He was
He
loose
just
before
got. He was
turned.
having a great
Yeah,
run
he
too, man.
was.
Yep.
Yeah, he was having a really good run. But listen, you could go back to Bob Charland, which is a hell of a win.
Yeah.
Talk about waiting to win
12
again.
Yes, yeah,
Dude,
but it
it's a
was
long
such a
time.
fun win to watch because he's been fast weekly.
Yeah.
It's just inconsistent speed, but he's been fast. He was like Di Matteo at the end, man. He was like fending off the vultures. You're like, oh my God. Boom. Inside, outside. You're like, oh, just hit my line because you know that you got to hit your marks.
Oh, yeah.
You got to try to keep pace. I hope they don't shove me in too deep. You got to get ready in case they shove
Yeah.
me in too deep to cut them off. Yeah, it's a lot happening.
No, and it's one of those wins where it's almost hard for me in the trailer to focus because I'm cheering him on so much. I mean, what was his last win then? 2013?
Yep,
What the hell were you
2013.
guys doing in 2013?
I was graduating high school.
Like that's insanity.
You were 2 years old.
2? What the hell are you talking about? I was playing Pokemon Black 2.
Yeah. Well, it's a great win. Great win for Charland.
It's huge.
And I think he's got a lot of friends out there. A lot of people were cheering, and there was a lot of excitement. And I was cheering him on there at the end. I don't know Bob personally, but I knew it's been a real long time.
Yes.
And so, you love to see either first-time or long-time winners. It's great to watch.
Yeah, and unrelated to the winner, that race and the last week's SK Light race kind of affirm my belief that if we got that division down to low 20s car count every week, the race would be phenomenal. Because
So-
we put on, honestly have seen probably the best two
Hasn't
seasons
it
of that
been a
division.
good show?
It's
Like-
been so great.
I thought so, too. I know
think it's been fine all year.
Yeah.
I
know-
think the last two were out of the park.
When you show up
Fantastic,
and
though.
there's 35 cars, right? This is just my opinion. Obviously, listen, I just sit here at a desk and talk my opinion, but it's just like, when is the big one going to happen, or when is it going to happen? Because it's
Right.
like a mini Talladega. You hope you walk out of here with your wheels on the car. But I'd go up there with Emma. I'm like, I don't really have any spare parts. I got a couple strut rods. Emma, try to keep the wheels on the thing if you can, because I don't know how we're going to get it in the trailer if we don't. And it's like you have to drive with one eye over here and one eye on your competitor. I have noticed when the fields were shrunk down just a little, that it was a little less abrasive.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's a good point. I mean, I'm indifferent about the car count, but look where the wreck happened last week.
Up
Yeah.
front.
So
Yep.
I don't know if the car count is contributing. to the
But
wreck.
if he doesn't get loose, so I know there's a lot of what ifs. And that was kind of like, I don't know if it was a self spin. He just got loose in front of the field. If that doesn't happen, you guys go to the end with just a really good race
Right.
amongst all the cars. It was just an unfortunate deal for him. Probably pressing too hard. He was getting towards the end of the race.
Yeah.
He's trying to get everything he can at that point in time. He was about to fall out of a podium, and it's a
Right.
big deal, right? To get in a podium, to get up, thank your sponsors, to get on Flow Racing. It's
Right.
almost like national television now.
Especially
this point-
after his car was junked the
Right.
week before.
Right.
He had a huge wreck the week prior.
Right.
But I want to mention, Bob Charland, 61 years old. How many 61-year-olds do you see racing and winning?
There's hope. There's hope for me. Don't say nothing.
You said it for us. All right, going to limited late models, the only driver that wasn't a first-time winner of the season, Travis Hyder, the rookie and point leader, went back-to-back.
Putting a spanking on right
From
now.
13th.
Yo,
He
it's
started
like
13th.
That dude is putting it on him right now.
Yes.
He is.
Back to street stock form almost. Let me not get too ahead of myself, but I mean, he just drives through anybody.
The great thing about him is he's just methodical.
He is.
Very methodical. He doesn't press the issue really, and he does.
It's
when
like he trusts his car.
He does.
Yep.
And he does. He takes what people give him, right? And like sometimes I'd be panicking, being like, boom, pushing this guy up out of the way, and he doesn't race that way. He just waits.
Right.
Then he's leading again. Like, oh my God, what the hell just happened?
Norm Root finishing third.
Yeah, that was
First
awesome.
podium.
That was awesome.
And LeBoy finished second. He's had kind of I would say a down year he's a 3-time champ in that
Down
division.
2 years.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And he was leading with like 5 laps to go, but then he slipped in fluid, and that's how Hyder got by.
Yeah. I thought the 6 had it wrapped up.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way it goes.
That division just gets harder and harder and harder to win. And Diego, it's crazy to think 2 years ago when we started this, it was
Stop.
like,
Stop.
All right, again with this.
Again
listen,
with
I just
this.
think it's
Go.
amazing because
All right.
it just gets
I'm up.
just worse and worse.
I know we already said it, but great job, Norm Root.
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
was
he did a really
he
good
was
job.
pumped.
I was very impressed with them.
And I love the old man. He's a hell of a worker, so it's really good for those guys.
Then we go to Street Stocks, where we saw a brand new winner at Stafford. 14-year-old rookie Colton Gambacorta got the win. And that was a very popular win. The crowd was
It should have been.
crazy. That was awesome.
He's been nasty the last
I know,
couple
but
weeks.
he's been
Yes.
so humble. I mean, he has maintained the whole year. My only goal is to get top 10s and roll it on the trailer every week. And now here he is, a winner.
his dad better watch out.
Right?
I know.
Yo, because he's good.
Yeah.
Colton is good. He's smooth. He doesn't really. I mean, he had Plemons on him the week before.
Yeah.
And he held Plemons off for a long time.
Right.
And
And he stayed with Plemons, too, after he got passed.
Listen, Plemons is a hell of a street stock driver. I think he's one of the best out there right now, and it proves because he wins everywhere. Colton gave him a run for his money.
Yeah.
And then this week he backed it up and came out with spanked him.
And Colton started 10th in that feature, so he had to make passes to get through and
That's
take that lead.
I didn't even realize that. That is crazy.
Yeah.
More importantly, Colton has an epic mullet.
Dude,
That thing is
Generational.
unbelievable.
my wife's like, is that his real hair? I'm like, oh, it's so bad.
What you think it was attachments?
Yes.
do you know who popularized the term mullet?
Beavis and Butthead.
Close. The Beastie Boys.
The Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the first syllable basically right.
Go ahead, Bonza.
Now we go to Seekonk Speedway for Fast Friday. Starting with the Pure Stocks, Matt Talbot won the 30-lap race for his first win of the year, and he won the Triple Crown Championship. Sport 4, Richie Johnson, who we've seen race at Waterford, got his third win of the season, and he got the Triple Crown title as well. In the Legend Cars, Chase Sylvia got his second win of the season, and he also won the Triple Crown Championship. So a lot of wins and championships on the same night. Speaking of which, Outlaw Bandoleros, Aaliyah DeSoma, second win of the year, also Triple Crown champion. In the Bandolero Bandits, Landon Solomito got his third win of the year, but Carl Satterlin Jr. won the Triple Crown.
All right, so that reminds me of something. First of all, let's a little update. 60 votes are in already.
Really?
Yeah, I'd have a hard time counting all those.
We get a little barn burner here between Luke Baldwin and Eddie Gamarlo, so keep those votes coming in. But it reminded me of something, Diego. You know, our man Kaz got us all excited about the give back that we do with this, right? Handing out $500 and some Sid's View merch every week is kind of a neat thing. So we decided that we're going to give out some Sid's View merch for the winners of the Who Won the Week segment going forward. But not only that, we went retroactive with that. So Preston and I went through all the previous winners. And what? Yeah, well, Preston did it. Okay, he wants sole credit. Okay. So we gave it to, I gave Max Zackham, last week's winner. And then when we were at Seekonk, we gave some to Scott Saradinsky Jr. and Rowdy Burns. And at Stafford on this Friday and at the Bowl this weekend, we'll give them to all those other winners. And then there's Landon Solomito, who's also a previous winner. So big thanks to our man Tommy Silva, Mason's father, who is going to pick up Landon's gear and deliver it for us on Fast Friday next Friday.
Cool, man.
So all the previous winners and the ones going forward, we'll give you a little Sid's View podcast swag. And yeah, just another kind of thing we like to give back with our fans out there. Bonza, go ahead.
Speedbowl, Saturday night. SK Light Modifieds headlined the night with a 50-lap feature, and Robert Bloxon III, whose car was junked the night before in a different car on Saturday, won the race by 10,000ths of a second over Evan Burgoyce.
I do have the finish, guys, so let's watch
10,000.
that.
All right. Yeah, let's
I
do
went
it.
home.
I mean, that's
did?
a bad job by you. Why would you go home? All right.
What's her name ran good all night in the 14?
Callie Trapp.
Yeah,
she
finished
ran well.
fourth.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
It's so hard to complete a pass in the bottom.
It really is.
And
It's just
Burgoyce gave
so
it a real
strange.
good effort. Like in the middle of 3
That's
and 4.
amazing because he didn't
has
run
it.
that good early in the race.
I mean, I
you
can't
think
believe
he would have him right here?
Look at how he comes back for
What
that,
the
man.
hell?
You got to give credit to Evan. He could have ran Bloxham up into the marbles, and he
Dude.
didn't.
Bloxham for that whole race was, I mean, literally just putting a smackdown on the field.
Yep.
Nonstop. Open it up by a straightaway every time. I left with 4 to go because there was like so many cautions, and I had some friends from down south that were leaving and starting to drive, so I will walk them out. I said, I'm not going to miss nothing. It's the first time the 78, I watched him the whole race. He ran 6th to 10th
Yeah, right.
the whole race. I mean, what the hell did I miss?
Yeah.
That's why you don't leave.
I know. I couldn't believe that.
Our buddy Mitch Bombard, who's in the chat and also is the photographer at the Bowl, so he's in the infield. He says, I turned into so much of a race fan, I forgot it was the last lap.
Yeah.
He also said Bonza needs a mullet.
What?
Yeah.
I did. That is also an important detail.
That's a...
Dude.
Mitch said that?
Yes.
Mitch, stop chatting.
No, come on, dude. Grow that out.
Oh, you look
I
good.
can't grow a mullet. My hair goes up and out.
Nah, grow that out. Little banana curls will be nice.
Y'all
All right,
are
next up.
ridiculous. Yeah, let's move on, please.
Okay.
Street stocks.
Come on, stay with us, Bonzo.
Street
Come on.
I'm staying with it. Y'all are. No, street stocks. Al Stone, 2 wins in the last 3 races. He's on a roll.
Yeah.
Oh, Diego.
He was
You know what
pimping.
that means?
Oh, let's see it.
Our man Al Stone, win number 70. That's the 9th person in Speedbowl history to get 70 wins, tying himself with the legendary near Hall of Famer, shall I add, Ted Stack on the all-time list.
Wow.
And again, we've talked about this earlier, that he is he's got them all in the same division, which is impressive.
Yep.
So it's Keith Rocco, Jason Palmer, Phil Rondo, Don Collins, Bob Potter, Alan Coates, Charlie Webster, Ken Cassidy Jr., and now Ted Stack and Al Stone. Those are your 10 drivers overall. They're tied for ninth, Ted and Al. So 10 drivers overall that have 70 wins. So congratulations to Al. As Aaron Plemons said in his speech, Al Stone's the GOAT of the streeters at the Speedbowl by a large margin. He has more than twice as many wins. Now, clearly, he's ran the division longer than anybody else. But Ed Gerch has run that division for many seasons as well. And Al's got twice as many wins as him, and he's in second place. So
He's still the GOAT. I mean, you don't say that Rick Martin's not the GOAT of the trucks at Seacog.
Right.
He's been running
Al
for just
Stone,
not longer.
I know you guys weren't there. He ran a perfect race.
yeah.
Stuck on the bottom, never wavered. Plemons applied pressure, went high. Stone just kept doing his thing every lap. And you know what was more impressive? Is that Aaron, I don't think as so much, and he was quicker than him at times, laid a bumper on Al Stone.
No, he's not going to touch Al Stone.
And so there's this mutual respect
Yeah.
between those two that was really nice to watch. He went outside. Al gave him the room. Al just kept doing his thing, and Plemons couldn't get it to work, you know, and it's so much different. So when you watch Aaron and you watch
Jordan.
the 12, Jordan and the 12 go at it, it's a different race.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Aaron goes to races the 52, he's a laid back person.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's really fun to watch. I thought it was, I've been friends with Al Stone a long time, but we're not close friends. And just me being a Speedbowl guy, it was nice to see him win again.
Yeah.
And he wins a lot. But Aaron's just been spanking the field, and he's just going out there. It almost seems like Al Stone gets frustrated with the division, and he keeps coming back and supporting the division. And it's nice to see success for somebody that continues to support the track. So.
Yeah, I mean, just listen, Aaron has done very well, but Al has won 2 of the last 3 races. So
That's
it wasn't
what I'm
like,
saying.
yeah, so, and just a shout out to Mid-State Site Development for the stat drop before we kick it back over to Bonza.
Mini Stocks, another driver that's had a lot of success and is continuing that. Ray Christian III, 5th win of the year, 4th in the last 6 races.
I mean,
Dude, that was a barn burner for a
right?
while.
I'm running out of things to say about Ray. Like, he's just.
Listen, Bill Sylvia had the lead. I think Bill Sylvia, right?
Yeah,
The
Bill,
88?
yeah.
He had the lead, and the 93 couldn't pass him on the bottom, right? Couldn't pass him, and the 88's up top. And this cat and mouse game went on for like 5 laps.
Yeah.
Caution comes out. The 88 picks the bottom. I'm like, what are you doing?
No.
Now you know, but that's just old school mindset thinking. Go to the bottom.
Right.
Right.
Ray was just like,
Thank you.
he was like dripping. Like, is
Yeah.
he really giving me the top right now?
Right.
And then the 88, I'm going to tell you this, Ray is a hell of a driver. The 88 did everything but destroy the 93 to try to hold the lead because he realized, oh my God.
I
I'm
probably should have taken the top.
yeah. And so he's overdriving sideways. They're
Yeah.
both cranked sideways. It was a hell of a run. And the 93 finally pulled away. He's a hell of a shoe, whether it's in the late models or the mini stocks.
Oh, yeah.
So congrats to Ray.
Going to the trucks, Ryan Lynham runs away with it again. He's 2 for 2 in that division.
What does he not run away with, dude?
As Aaron said when he was in here, those guys are in trouble.
Oh, yeah. That truck is tenths faster than the
Yeah.
next best truck.
That's trouble for everybody else.
That's trouble, you know, and that's trouble. That's trouble until somebody comes out with something that can beat him. It's going to be hard. You're going to hope for a flat tire or something. You know what I mean?
Dude, they got some secret sauce in that shop, wherever his stuff's coming from. I mean, whenever I see his name on Race Monitor, I'm like, oh, he's going to be a lap ahead of the field.
you got to give some credit to Ryan Lynham,
Right?
right? Whether it was the late model, whether it's the open streeters, whether it's the trucks.
Anything he shows up in.
He's up front,
Yep.
right? I mean, so you could give some drivers the best equipment and best car, and they finish 5th. And we've always talked about, A good driver is a guy that can take a 5th place car and finish first. A bad driver is a guy that takes a 5th place car and finishes 15th. You know, and he keeps finishing up front. You don't know what kind of car he has, but it's a winning car almost every time.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Another driver that got back-to-back wins, legend car point leader Riley Paul. Took him a long time to get that first of the season. Now he's got 2 in a row.
Yeah, Riley didn't seem to make many friends over there with the 05. I believe Brandon Martinez didn't go to the podium interview afterwards for whatever reason.
I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, you listen. People get threatened all the time and get mad, but I mean, he's winning races, right? I mean, you go there to win races. You hope you do it right. I didn't see what he did wrong, but I know I picked him to win the track championship, so I'm a little excited about it.
I mean, Riley owned it in victory lane. You know, he apologized for it.
Yeah.
He said he didn't mean it. It wasn't intentional, but, you know.
We'll see what happens the next race. Going to Seekonk Speedway for their Saturday event that Sid, Rob, and I went to. Pro Stocks, Jacob Rowdy Burns passed Dave Darling late in the race to get his 3rd win of the year, winning the 60-lapper. They were all extra distance. He also won the Triple Crown.
That was a very long battle. It was fantastic stuff. I mean, it went on for how long? The last 20 laps of the race?
Yeah, pretty much.
From the last restart to the end, it was nonstop.
I do have that clip, everyone. Here we go.
Down to the inside. Darling slides up. Burns down low. Off the corner they come. Burns looking for the lead.
Focus
Darling
up.
trying to hang on into 3 and
Right.
4.
This one's gonna
These
come
cars are
down
cool.
It's
to
coming
the
to him right
finish.
here.
Yeah.
Burns
They
right
rip
to the
around
door.
there in
these
person.
cars are
Striking
cool.
Down into 1 and 2 with Dave Darling. The battle for the lead continues.
They
David
look
with a good run
vacuumed
down
at
the
the
back
track in
straightaway into
person,
3 and
to Bob's
4.
point.
57 are complete this time at the stripe. Burns down low.
My
Trying to get
favorite
back into
perspective
victory lane.
was
He's got
Sid's
2 on the
reaction in
season.
the final
David's
laps.
got 1.
Right,
Down
Rob?
into 3 and 4 they go. Even Steven into the corner. Your co-points leaders.
Sid was
battling for
going
the lead.
insane.
Burns gets the
We'll get to
advantage off
that.
of 4.
Twin sticks in the air. 2 more circuits around. Darling gonna battle back to the outside. Jacob Burns gonna start to skate away with the lead down the backstretch.
Darling sits in the number 2 spot. Here comes Brightman into the fight. He hasn't gone away. One more time around, and Rowdy sets the pace off at turn number 2.
Oh, Rowdy starts
Brightman
checking
takes a
out.
look to the inside of Darling.
It was a
into
very
3 and
impressive
4.
drive.
For the final time, Jacob Rowdy
And that was the end of the
Burns
race.
picks up the win. Darling for 2nd, Brightman for 3rd.
That kid is
How
something
about
else.
that?
Isn't he?
Oh, my gosh.
All
Now
right.
watching it in person,
So, real quick, we're getting word that Ray had the lead by the score. So, he didn't choose the inside. Ray had the lead.
Oh, Ray had to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we're at Seekonk. We're watching the Pro Stocks. I need Darling. I haven't got a pick 'em win yet.
Oh, you're rooting him on big time.
Rooting him on big time.
is one way to put it.
And then Rob pulled out his phone to preserve it for the podcast.
oh, this is great.
So he's starting to get mad.
It's setting in for him.
Yep. Yes, sit down.
But you know what?
He's
You had,
checked out at this
you had to
point.
take a walk
That's
of
so
shame.
disgusting. So disgusting.
But you know what? It's really fun to be able to be a race fan for once and
Yeah.
actually
Exactly.
cheer. Because I was going crazy myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's a change of pace for me to be like rooting for a good race and actually having fun with it.
Right.
Yeah, seriously, how hard is that? Like, I don't know. Like, you have to kind of be like,
Even Steven, you have to be,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, if the moment is exciting, you can be excited, but
Right.
yeah, you can't be that excited.
My man was damn near on his knees.
No, it was good
Come
to
on.
just be civilian.
Oh, Sid, that was the old Sydney coming
Yeah,
out
that's
right
right.
there.
Yes,
Yep.
classic.
That was wiffle ball Sydney coming
No,
out.
that was Sid's view of the old red bleachers. Yeah.
Going to the late models, Mark Jennison got his first win of the year in the 45 lapper, and Chase Belcher won the Triple Crown title. That was a really good race too.
Yeah,
Go-
yeah, go ahead.
Going to sportsman, Adam Petty gets his second win. and he also won the Triple Crown title.
Dude, this race was ridiculous. It was so much fun. And I remember we watched that one on the backstretch during one of the cautions, talking to Jake Johnson and his dad. And I'm like, you guys come here every Saturday? He's like, whenever we're not racing, we're here. Yep. He's like, the show's awesome every time. And,
That's awesome.
Yeah. And like I said, Pepe was just fun to watch.
Do you still have the Camaro?
Yeah.
Yep.
The 16,
just
the 116?
way the hell up there.
Yeah.
Adam Petty was just slicing and dicing through the field, and then late Mike Mitchell made it. But Rem's got a clip here. They were 5 wide at one point.
Down into 1 and 2.
Cody Tripp looking for his first career
Never
win,
thought I
sets
would
the
see
pace
it.
down the back straightaway, a 6-car length advantage over Sylvia as they roll down the back straightaway. Morrow's
Look at
in
this.
third, 4 wide through the corner. Mitchell down on the inside. Brightman in the center, 5
Look at
wide
him.
off the corner. Jeremy Lambert
It's
the move.
crazy.
Wow.
And they
That is
made
crazy,
it.
And the
Right.
battle continues there. Contact between
And
Petty
Petty's right in the
Brightman
middle of
as
it.
They work in turn.
I mean,
I love
every
the-
line works.
I love the accent. Contact.
The inside lane was open like Moses parted the Red Sea.
Great announcers, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a great race.
But yeah, I mean, there would be at points 3-4 car wins between Pepe and Petty, right?
Yeah.
I mean, where the hell else do you see that? And then they would converge almost to slamming doors. On
if
the
I'm not
straightaway.
mistaken, they would they were coming to the green flag out of turn 4, and Pepe was all the way already way the hell up there.
Yeah.
And, like, just getting ready to wind it up out
Yeah,
there.
he
you know?
he literally camps out up there.
He does. It's so
Right?
fun to watch,
Yeah.
dude.
And Petty took the lead late in the race, and then on a restart, the 16 got him back.
I know, we
on
thought
the
it was over.
outside. Took the lead back, and then the final restart, Petty was able to get by. But I thought for a moment he was going to win that race. Like, he
Right.
had an actual shot to win it.
Right.
Well, before you go any farther, we got a little something else for you. All right, thanks to our friends over there at Mid-State Site Development. So, as I told you, we went through the pits early in the day, and Mike Mitchell was there, infamous for his meltdown the years ago when we did some episodes of Sid's View up at Seekonk, and he had an epic meltdown. He was screaming at, I believe was Frank Gambato Jr. at the time was the race director. He was screaming at him because he got DQ'd for his fender flapping there in the wind. It was not detached from the car. And
Yeah.
it was just a great meltdown. And so we referenced that when I saw him in the pits. And then when they had a red flag at one point. And the announcers were talking to, and Mitchell just happened to be on the front stretch, and like Kevin Boucher's talking to him about the meltdown, and Mike's like waving about it. It's like, wow, it's
Really?
it's like it's as epic a scene as we consider it for the Sid's View archives. But anyways, Mitchell finished third in the race, and therefore comes our quote of the week.
On the outside, and I also got to know is Sid's View saw me in the pit area, and I says, I hope my fender stays on tonight. And he started laughing. He says, well, I want you to put a show on. Well, I did the best I could, Sid. But I can't say I see you, Frank. But, hey, Lenny, I see you, Lenny. And I heard you on the radio.
Congratulations. So just really funny that they're referencing.
That's funny.
I know. It's awesome that we were on the backstretch, like facing his back, essentially. Like, I think he probably thought we were maybe in the stands, but we were way the hell back
Yeah,
there.
by that time we had gone
Yeah.
to the other side. Yep. But fun
Moving-
stuff.
Moving to the trucks, Rick Martin got his 116th career win at Seekonk, charging through the field to win the 35-lap race. Ethan Heilborn won the Triple Crown, and in fact, he won the first 2 races. Rick Martin stopped him from sweeping all 3.
Yeah, the crafty veteran, man. He checked out.
He's a hilarious guy, too.
Yeah,
we
we
were
went-
talking about his
Oh,
win
yeah.
total, and
Yep.
Sid's like, oh, you're going to make it 200? He goes, oh, hell no. So classic.
Yeah, he basically said, like, the pro stocks were too expensive. The trucks are a lot more affordable. Just having fun.
He was fast in the pro stocks.
Yeah.
Dude, he was really good in the pro
But you're
stocks.
talking about 61. Rick Martin's in his 60s.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
Because you have to be at least 60 to be in the Near Hall of Fame, which he got inducted last year. So
Right.
he's up there, still winning them.
Now we go to Wild and Wacky Wednesday, but on Sunday at the Waterford Speedbowl, where Ben Pollard got his 4th win of the year in the Super X Cars. In the X Cars, Christian Herman got his 4th win of the season. Legend Cars, Jacob Burns, a 5-race win streak now in the Wednesday Legend Car division. Bandoleros, Connor Doyon got his 3rd win of the year. Then they had enduro races. The compact enduros were won by Nick Woodside. They had a 100-lap feature, so they had a good car count.
35.
Yeah.
35.
The truck SUV full-size enduros was won by Joe Paquette in the 40-lapper. And then in the American Vintage Modifieds, Gary Byington won that event.
Oh, yeah. Good old Gary from Sunoco Fuels.
He wins those a lot.
That 30 car, he drives that 30 car, right?
Oh, yeah.
That blue and white car, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do some points, shall we? We
Let's
got
do
a
it.
lot to go over here, so let's get these updated here. Over at Thompson, thanks to our friends over there at Serve Pro, we have Todd Owen. He's got a healthy lead there in the Sunoco mods. Jake Johnson leading Brian Tagg in the late models. Hubby's got the lead over Johnny O in the SK Lights. Larry Barnett still chilling in the point lead, a healthy point lead there in the Streeters. And Dave Trudeau, who's won every race except for the 2 times I picked him. Chatted a little about it afterwards. See if we can't fix that. Maybe some other time I pick him. Let's go to Stafford, shall we? So Mike's got a 10-point lead now on Mikey Flynn. So he's retaken the point lead. Is that correct, right?
Flynn had a off night with the car. He finished like 13th.
Yeah, and John Pulio is still in the mix there, so that could be interesting. And then this freaking late model battle is going to be epic. So the top 5 is within 14 points, man. The top 4 within 8.
Yeah.
So look at this now. Hubby is only leading Meg by 2, and then there's Amanda 20 back.
Go, Amanda!
So
Hell yeah.
Still close.
Yeah, Hydar's now got the 30-point lead. Lafayette had a tough week now. He's down to 4th.
Oof.
Jeremy Lavoie is up to 2nd. And Travis Downey maintains the lead there in the Streeters. Tyler Trott now up in 2nd. So, Amanda, the classic question, are you thinking about points this late in the season?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's the highest you ever finished in points?
5th.
5th?
You finished
Fondly, you
5th
would know
or
that.
4th last year?
Yeah, I
Something
think
like that.
tied for 5th.
Yeah.
Last year. Yeah. Yeah, of course I'm thinking about it, but just trying to
No, I was just curious if you
maintain
could.
our, decent finishes.
Right, stay consistent.
Right. I was going to
Yeah.
ask this. Does it change how you race? Or is that more of like a last race of the year type of thing?
I mean, I don't know. I talk to, obviously, Michael and I talk about it a lot, and it's big picture is important.
Right.
So, I don't know if it really changes how I race, but then again, like, you don't want to do anything dumb. Like, for example, Corey and Michael, it's like the only way to really get around Corey was probably going to be to move him or dump him, and it's like you don't want to risk that,
Right.
And obviously you don't want to drive like that either. But yeah, I mean, I guess maybe just in terms of taking risks.
Right, because a lot of guys will come in here and say, well, I just drive my ass off every week and go for the win, and it works out.
And even, I mean, going back to talking about car counts, like, now that the car counts are kind of dwindling, I mean, of course I like to see all these cars show up every week, in your division, but now the car counts are kind of dwindling. If you do have a bad night, it's not as bad as if you were to finish 36th, you know?
Right.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yep.
There was as many street stocks as there was SK Lights at Stafford on Friday.
Crazy to think.
Can you imagine saying dwindling and it's still 25 cars?
I know,
That's
right?
how spoiled we've been.
They have that luxury.
division.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right, let's continue on here with the points. So over at the Speedbowl, the SKs and the late models were off. Tyler Chapman is the SK Light point leader over 3, over Nick Hubby and Kevin Davis, and 5. Wow, look at
Wow,
this.
that's
The top
tight.
5's within 9 of each
Oh,
other.
yeah.
Evan Burgoyce he's in there 9 back in 5th place, so that's interesting. Jason Beals still got the 13-point lead over Jake Kutu. Aaron Howe has a 9-point lead over Hadley. Ike Chima still chilling in 3rd. Al Stone in 4th. Ray has got a, 15 points now above Garside. Let's go over to the second round of Speedbowl stuff. Ben Pollard's got a 4-point lead over Skinner. The Herman cars still locked up that top 3 in the X cars. Riley Pauls with a 30-point lead on the Legend cars Saturday. Jacob Burns was at 24 points over Riley in the Wednesdays. and David Bernier's got a 5-point lead in the Bandoleros. Let's take a look at some of the touring series. Austin Beers now 5-point lead. And what else is updated here? The Pass and the New England Supermods, unfortunately, were not updated. We're trying to keep these guys on their toes, these touring series. They got to get their stuff updated. Unfortunately, the Trucks was not. The Nemas, though, is updated from the last time that we did these points last week. And I forgot to load the Seekonk one. So, Bonsa, you keep talking, and I will get that taken care of.
Perfect.
Yes.
We're going to go up north to White Mountain Motorsports Park, where the Evolve Pro Truck Series made their first ever appearance there. Ryan Kuhn won that race for his third victory of the season. And then at Oxford Plains Speedway on Sunday in the Pass North, DJ Shaw, the point leader, got his first win of the year in that class. Now we go to the Finger Lakes region of Watkins Glen. Friday, Trucks. Gio Ruggiero finished third.
Hell yeah.
Good run.
Yeah, impressive.
ARCA, Glenn Reen finished fourth, with Andy Jankowiak finishing seventh.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's say something about it.
I mean, he started. Where did he start in that race? He started like in the 20s or something.
Yeah,
I'll have to look that up. But
Great
impressive.
run.
Yeah, impressive, man. I mean, what else is there?
It was
to
a
say?
shocker, right?
Yeah.
You seen that? You're like, Glenn Reen? That's awesome.
He does have some road racing experience, though, because he raced Miatas.
I know.
That helps.
I'm assuming that's why they picked that race. And what a great race for him
Oh, yeah.
to pick and run and put his money into. You know, I mean, a top 5 in an ARCA show, everybody's there.
He was running good at Lime Rock Park before the truck broke or the car broke.
Yeah,
so,
right. Yeah, he qualified really good and just had bad luck.
Yeah, he was running top 10 before the axle broke. So he had potential for a good run. I think even then he exceeded his expectations.
Right.
Fourth place is really good.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. Reen ran the MX5s really at some point.
I'm not sure if it was MX5, but I think he ran Spec Miatas.
Oh, okay.
The convertible ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran those for a while. I know that for a fact.
That's like my pre-oval racing, like get me through the winter type deal. Those things
Those
are really
Miatas
fun
are
to
fun.
watch.
They're really fun.
They're awesome.
I would grow my hair real long if I was going to race those, just so it would flow back.
To have a mullet like Colton?
Yeah.
You could only hope to have a mullet that good, dude. He's on it.
He's got a great mullet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you could rock it as
I don't know if it's physically possible.
right.
It's funny.
Speaking of Glenn Reen, in the Xfinity race on Saturday, he started 31st and finished 21st. Or 35th and finished 21st. So
Yeah.
Started deep in the field and still
That's
got a
good,
mid-pack
too.
finish.
Yeah, past 14 cars. So gained 14 positions. Yeah. Andy J finished 7th in the ARCA race too. Did you say that, Bonsa?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Yep.
And then Sunday in the Cup Series, Ryan Preece finished 13th, and he is 34 points behind his teammate Chris Buescher for that final spot in the playoffs with 2 races to go.
Oh,
Where are the last 2 races at?
Richmond
and Daytona?
Yep, and Daytona.
Well, we know how Daytona's probably going to go for him, but
Oh,
Richmond.
stop.
Yeah, but no, listen, RFK has got a great super speedway car, I
They
think.
do, yeah.
Right, he's
Yes.
got a shot there. If he doesn't flip, he's always...
Oh, my gosh.
That's the crucial part
But
here,
he's
though.
always run good there, but he's getting some big wrecks.
Yes.
He hasn't
Yes.
been good for one reason or other at missing the big one, right? But he definitely has a shot. I think he has a better shot at
Oh,
winning
yeah.
at
I mean,
Daytona.
none of those wrecks were his own fault.
Yeah.
He just happened to be collected them and get the worst of them. But, I mean, you're in an RFK Ford. They always run good at the plate tracks.
Man, how great would that see?
Come on, dude.
Don't count him
Please.
out at Richmond. He
No,
was good at Iowa,
That's
and
what I
that
was
track
just saying.
is similarly shaped.
I know,
Yes.
but I feel like he's got a better shot. Everybody's saying Richmond because he's a short tracker, but he's a really good super speedway racer.
Oh, he is, yeah.
I think RFK is really good in super speedway. Man, what a great story that would be if it came down to the last race and he won, huh?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
How cool. Sid would watch. I know he
Got
would.
that right.
Brad Keselowski would have a heart attack because it's his 2 drivers fighting for that last
Right.
spot.
All right, I finally got the. Sorry about that, Seekonk peeps. I don't know why it's just so slacking there. But let's go to the points here, shall we? So, Rowdy Burns beat Dave Darling, but he's tied in points now. So I had to text our man Kyle Souza, who confirmed they get points for heat races. So
We used to do that at the bowl. It was fun.
So Dylan Estrella, Bobby Pellin, Aaron Nagato there. Still top 5 within 19 points. That's a tight battle.
Oh, yeah.
Chase Belcher now with the point lead over Charlie Rose. Colby Lambert now leading Adam Petty by 3 points there in the Sportsman. Doug Manoy in third. And Ethan Heilborn now takes the Sport Truck point lead. Mike Cavaliero did not have a good race. I was actually surprised. He was just, I don't know if I have where did he finish there in the truck race? He finished 11th.
I was about to say, he
Way
was
back.
not a factor.
Yeah, and it was like noticeable. I'm like, that guy's the point lead. He was having a tough night. So let's go over to the Fast Friday group. And Brent Robideau's got a solid lead there in the Pure Stocks. Richie Johnson's got a pretty decent lead there in the Sport 4s. Josh Parsons with a 4-point lead over Jacob Burns. I believe Jacob Burns lost the point lead there. He had a little bit of a bad night there in the Legend Cars. Aaliyah DeSoma leading the Outlaws. And Carl Satterland Jr. has taken over the point lead in the Bando Bandits by 2 points over Jace Chaber. Landon Salamitos in third. So that is your points updates. Huge thanks to all of our point sponsors, Stafford Speedway, Midstate Site Development, JDL Motorsports. Who else am I missing? Serve Pro, who brings us the Thompson one. So, all right, Bonsa, back over to you, buddy.
Thank you. Lastly, some unfortunate news at Bowman Gray Stadium on Saturday. Longtime racer and former champion Robbie Brewer passed away after suffering a medical emergency during the race that resulted in a crash. The roof had to be cut off the car in order to remove Brewer, but he was sadly pronounced dead shortly afterwards.
Yeah, that stinks.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And the wreck was horrible.
It was.
Yes.
Wow,
Really
you
bad.
could tell that something wasn't right. I mean, it never turned, never wavered. It's so sad, man. And he's young.
Right.
53?
Yep.
Yep.
Young guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks.
Thoughts out to everybody down there that knew him, friends and extended family for sure.
And that has been the weekly update presented by Belltown Motors.
All right, Bonsa, well done. Listen, it's going to be another supersized episode here.
Yeah, you can already tell.
It's 8:12, and we got things to do still. Yeah. Remy Nader, she's getting her voice all tuned up and ready to roll. Let me just make sure we got the old music volume ready there, Rems, right? Because we want to do this right. The Waddell Communications Nostalgia Nugget.
Bad.
I got to tell you, she made me laugh. I lasted longer than I thought I was having that one.
That's what she said.
Yes, that's well timed, Rob. Good job by you. All right, so what do we got here? The Nostalgia Nugget. Oh, Diego.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Speedbowl used to have a dirt surface when it first started out? Lasted only 3 weeks until people got really pissed off getting out of there with just dirt all over them.
Oh, yeah.
So then they paved the track and they left this out. So actually, they left the outer, what they called the sand strip. That's what all the old timers will call it. We'll give you a little picture right here. I don't know why it keeps doing that when I click on pictures.
What
but
a shot.
yeah, so that is, I believe that's your boy Bud Matter in that
Look at the
99
tire.
Junior. Yeah. I believe that is my man Brooksy's probably watching. I'm pretty sure that was Brooksy's favorite driver back in the day in the 50s when he was a kid. And then we're going to go over to here's some other shots here. This is from the 60s. I don't know who that is in the one, but it's, just to show you the sand stripped. So that was really the configuration of
Look
the
at that place,
Yeah, look at
dude.
the crowd, huh? Look at all the way into turn one.
Oh, my God. Look at the photo.
Yep. So what happened was in the 60s, they decided to pave that. It was actually at the time a $10,000 facelift. And what happened was they basically paved that sand strip. They didn't really do much else except pave it over. And it gave the track a very strange sort of... I remember the way Bob Potter used to explain it to me. Like the apron was flat.
Yep.
Then it was banked a little. And then the sand strip was flat. And if you got outside of the groove on either way, you were kind of in trouble.
Oh, like that now. Yeah.
And so it lasted like that basically until the Quarterwakes repaved it in 1988, prior to the 88 season. So
that's the last time it's been paved, right?
that's the last time it's been paved, yeah.
Wow.
But this, the repaving of the sand strip, the first event that happened was 1966. That's what, 59 years ago. And so the first race on it was on August 13th, 1966. The winners that night were Don Collins in the modified, Jerry Glaud in the Bombers, and Jiggs Beetham in the Daredevils, which was like the late model division of the day. So that's your nostalgic nugget of the week. As always, thanks to our main man, Sean Waddell and Waddell Communications. Time to go down to the bullpen, into the bowling shirt wardrobe. See our man Fro. Giddy up. What happened? Here we go. You know what, Rob? Do it again. There we go.
Oh, thank you, Sid. Thank you. All right, want to welcome Hoosier Tires back to the Stat Chat, first of all. And I have 3 questions for you today.
Looking forward to it. Let's
go. A
go.
little lightning round here because we are in for a doozy in terms of the duration of this show.
Okay.
Now, a post was made on Facebook this past weekend from Al Stone, putting out a little bit of a bounty.
Number
to try and
70 guy?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Trying to get some weekly street stock guys from Stafford to come run the Waterford race. He put up a cash bonus. And this is not the first time we've seen this. Maybe not exactly in this fashion, but it's happened before, and I'm sure it will happen again. So I want to ask you guys, do you think community-funded contingencies like this have the potential to bring long-term health to a division or track?
No.
Diego?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not, but it just goes to show that because I was one of the ones that was going to contribute.
I was going to say, I wasn't expecting that answer from you.
Yeah, well, you know,
I mean, you were in on it.
No, I mean, I would only hope, because you know, there's been a lot of chatter up the guys of Stafford because the Waterford boys went up there, and I don't think, you know, there's like this little rivalry. The Stafford guys don't like the Waterford boys coming up. So, I mean, the post is to bring them down and come, you know, even if it was a limited late model guy.
Right.
And it would be great to see some more cars. I would throw in, because I'm so passionate about the Speedbowl, I would throw a 200 in to see a guy like Jason Lafayette bring his other spare car down and try to come down and win. It'd be great to see, and if you win, it'd be a bonus for him. And I don't mean to call Jason out, but I just know he has another car that's capable of running with the Speedbowl, and I'm sure there's a few more guys. So
yeah, I just I don't want to poo-poo it. I just think it's just a terrible idea. It's not. I understand the sentiment. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
You think that Burt Willett or any of these streeters are going to come down because, you know, you, Al Stone, and Glenn Thomas said you're going to put up money?
Right.
Like, if he's beefing with you guys, why would he think you would even pay him?
Right.
Like, I'm not saying that you guys would post that and not pay him, but I just don't, like, it's not a real thing to me.
Yeah.
And it's not a good idea to have the community doing that.
Yeah.
It's not their job to promote the races and do
right.
contingency stuff. I mean, I guarantee you, if Al Stone was a regular at Stafford and did that, the Roots would be calling him and say, take that post down.
Right.
You don't award money for our events. Like, it's just not an appropriate thing to do.
Yeah.
I understand the sentiment, but it's not a realistic idea, and I don't promote it in any way.
Your second point is really the thing about it that kind of upsets me. The hope is that you light a fire under the ass of the track to do something to get more cars there. You don't want to take it into your own hands, because I feel like it almost further promotes inaction by the track. Oh, they're just going to do whatever with the purse.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it before.
Yeah, it's like letting the inmates run the asylum.
Right.
And even though the sentiment is good, I don't think there's any ill will towards Al Stone in doing that. Right. It's just not the appropriate thing to do.
Plus, is that only for one event?
Right.
What's good for one event? You want that to be an every week thing, so people have to commit every week. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Definitely not for me.
Well,
thank you.
But I would have kept the 200 up. Any guy came down and won, I would honor it throughout the whole year, one time.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah, well, I mean, if somebody came down and kept battling for wins, I mean, listen, I just love the place so much, you know, so I listen, I understand what Al was saying. Impulsively, I would still do it. If they came down, I openly said I would put 200 in. I would love to see more cars. It's one of my favorite all-time divisions is the streeters. It's sad for me to see it only at 6. I'm so thankful that they put a good race on for 6 cars last week. It was a hell of a race up front. The top 3 really battled. But I just want more cars because I love the damn place so much that, you know, I'm almost willing to, you know, get in on it to see if something would happen. But I understand your guys' look on the other side. I didn't really think about it like that.
I mean, you shouldn't be.
It's
you
not
shouldn't be
morally
doing that.
dubious.
You should just go there and race. You shouldn't be doing promotional stuff.
Plus, I don't think that idea would bring many cars, if
Yeah,
any.
right.
Oh, no,
to the
it
event.
definitely wouldn't.
Right.
I don't
Ultimately, that's the thing, right? It's not
Yeah.
really going to do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a Stafford street stock going down there against whatever
It couldn't.
street stocks. Like, what the
think.
hell?
It couldn't
I mean,
compete. That's
right.
why Al Stone runs
Right.
into, Norm Root runs into limited late models.
Right.
Right.
And hypothetically, what if somebody promises that and then doesn't come through?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That looks really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Right.
Not saying anybody who commented would do that.
No.
I'm just saying hypothetically.
Right. It's not legally binding by any means.
Yeah.
Yeah. Money might be tight that week for me.
Oh, you're such a
By
oh,
chance.
God. I'm joking. All right, I got two more for you.
Let's do it.
Does the handicap system in short track racing make wins less legitimate?
No. No.
No.
No. It does not. It does not make it less. In fact, especially for those who have won multiple races in a row, I think that's even more impressive because you have to start mid-pack.
I was gonna say,
To
yeah, you
win.
got to start towards the back.
Yeah.
Right.
And even if you start on, I don't like this idea of discrediting people who win from the pole. Like,
That's hard to do.
and you
Yeah.
have to stay up
It's
front.
almost harder.
Right.
You have to
pressure
stay
in
up.
it.
Corey
Yeah.
DiMatteo start on the pole?
The pressure.
Daryl Key started on the pole too.
Yeah.
The pressure is on from left.
Right.
One.
Because
Yeah.
you can only be worse.
Yeah. You can only go backwards.
Right.
But then those who, like Michael when he won 3 in a row, or Corey last year when he won 3 in a row. I mean, you have to start 13th, 14th, those last 2 wins to get back up there.
Right.
And we know just how difficult that is. So I think it actually further shows how strong a team is when they go on those streaks and keep racking up top 5s and podiums, because you know they have to start deep in the field every week to do it.
Well, what's the alternative? Time trials?
I mean, well,
Do 'em
you
straight
could,
up?
you could do heats, but they'd be straight up.
No.
I think the alternative is time trials, right? And so then the fast guy starts up front every time.
No, I think Rob's got it. You can just not. You don't have to have time trials to not handicap.
First in
Yeah.
the first heat starts first.
It's basically
First
what they.
second heat
Yeah,
starts second.
basically what they do the
Oh,
first
right,
race of the
right.
year.
Right.
So
But
Rob, you just don't like handicapping.
Well, I actually asked this question because throughout this year, okay, now that I've had to pick apart every Stafford race, I've somewhat come around to the idea. I really have, especially in
good
a
for
race
you.
where they don't run long enough to have strategy brought into it. You're not going to see a lot of like natural attrition, so to speak. I mean, I'm kind of with the program. I mean,
Listen.
you're not. It's not like a Cup Series level where you basically go get a kit car and it's like, oh, everyone's kind of on equal footing. Like, guys show up and they have significantly more funding. I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with how it plays out now.
You're not going to have a good show if it's straight up 8 out of 10 times,
Right.
usually. Like, when you have the fastest cars in the middle of the pack and not as fast, but still decently fast cars towards the front, you're going to have exciting racing. Will there be wrecks? Yeah, but you're going to have wrecks no matter what.
Yeah.
That's not going to make much of a difference. So,
Right.
I mean, there's a reason why Stafford does it. There's a reason why Waterford uses it. I'm not sure what Thompson uses. Some tracks up north use plus-minus system. There's different ways to do it, but to answer the question originally, the handicap does nothing to delegitimize. In fact, I think it has reason to further legitimize how strong a team is.
I was gonna comment on that too. Like, I don't think the question is like, I don't think it has anything to do with the win or like discrediting it. But the problem that my dad and I talk about with handicapping is like, sometimes you think about like sometimes you want to run part time somewhere or whatever, like show up. Say
Yep.
I love the bowl. I love that track. Thompson too, but it's like if you don't start from the first race and run the whole season, you're showing up and you have to start dead last,
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like not dead last, but you
Right.
have to start outside the handicap no matter
It
what.
explicitly.
It almost deters us from going
It
to Stafford.
discourages. Right.
That's
it
why we don't
discourages-
go.
And, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna.
We
the
can't go
comment
because
too.
we're starting dead
Right.
last every week. And granted, we're not fast enough to be fast, but I'm starting dead last almost every week from here on out.
Yeah.
That's what Corey DiMatteo said too, right? With Waterford, that he would not race there because the handicap.
It just
was
gives
in
you
the
no
back.
incentive as
Right.
somebody
It's a
who
valid point.
maybe
Yeah, it's a
can't
great
do
point.
a full. We can't do Fridays. What is it? Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. We
Yeah.
can't do that every week. But it's like it. Sometimes it's like you want to go, but you just it doesn't give you any incentive.
Yeah, the
because
odds
you're-
are stacked against you.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool that they like for the SKs with the big races they
do
don't do
plus
that.
They
minus.
plus minus.
And
Great.
And
Right.
Max Zackham winning the SK5K is a perfect example of why
Yeah.
that
Right.
works.
It's
you know,
a great setup
Yeah.
because guys could come it's,
and know they can have a chance to win.
it's
Right.
a definitely like
Yeah.
DiMatteo's came in here and he said, I won't go to Waterford because why would I go and
Right.
start 14th?
yeah.
Why do I want to do that?
Yeah.
Even with new tires.
Yeah. No, I was gonna mention that plus minus for the Triple Crown was genius because you want to draw more cars for those events, and that's exactly how you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree because I agree with her. It's the one problem that I see at Stafford. If you don't start the season there, man, you got to start.
Which is not a bad idea for getting cars there. Like it's somewhat
I understand,
deliberate,
but
right.
if you got to start 36th every week, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I hope to God we just come out of here alive tonight.
Yeah. If you're top 18, if you're not top 18 in points, you're not going to start further up than like 15th or 16th or whatever it is. So.
Which I mean is, I don't. It goes both ways because it's like if you're one of the front runners and you like we were just saying, like if you win, you have to start 15th. So that it's not really a problem because you can make your way up there. But it's like if you don't run there every week and you kind of got to start in the back and you don't really know who you're running with, and I don't know. It's just there's a lot of factors that play into it.
People, I mean, I've heard people say this too, where it rewards the drivers who do come every week that they can start up there and not be overhauled by someone who's coming in for the first time or second time this season.
Yeah.
There are pros and cons.
Yeah, it's not perfect. Like, you're never going to make the perfect qualifying system. I just think, when you run the same track, the exact same car, you're bringing the same car to the track every week for, every single week of the year, the front of the pack can do a little scramble. It really can. I mean, like your brother's saying, if we had Mikey Jr., dude, I can't stop with the Mikey Jr. If we had Mike Christopher Jr. starting up front for the past 5-6 weeks in the SKs, I don't know if we'd all be talking about it the way we're talking about it.
Right.
All right, what's next?
I got one more for you, and I'm sure Sid and Fran will love this because it's about everyone's favorite series, the NASCAR Cup Series.
I love it.
SVG, does everyone know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Shane Van Gisbergen has broken the record for most wins in a rookie season. The previous record holders were Tony Stewart and Jimmy Johnson, tied with 3 wins. He now has 4, all on road courses.
Yep.
Do you view... this is a little two-parter, all right? Do you view his record the same as theirs? And do you think he deserves to have the massive point buffer that he will have going into the playoffs?
He deserves the most wins by a rookie accolade. I mean, who cares if it's a road course, super speedway, short track, whatever. A win's a win.
Agreed.
I mean, he is the winningest rookie. There's no discrediting that. So I don't see any argument with that. I think people are just petty that he's winning on road courses because that's his strength. Well, you know what? People have their strengths on 1.5 and short tracks too.
Right.
I mean, Dale Jr.'s strength was super speedways. You're going to discredit his wins there?
Right.
I think that doesn't make sense, but a lot of fans don't make sense to me. What was the second part?
Is SVG competitive at the other tracks?
He's okay.
He's all right.
He's like a top 20,
He's
25.
So, I mean, that is the difference. I mean, Dale Jr. was competitive at other tracks other than the super
I don't
speedway.
think, like, to me, like we discussed this a little earlier, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Somebody in the chat will tell me I'm wrong. He doesn't stand a chance.
On the ovals?
Yes.
I mean,
he might have a chance because he gets all these playoff points from winning the races,
right.
Which I think is what
Which
your
leads into the second part. Do you think he deserves to have such a massive points buffer? Now, because he has the wins, he basically has, I know the points reset a few times, but he has playoff points, which are essentially permanent points.
Okay, but hold on 1 second, Rob. What do you mean by he doesn't have a chance? Doesn't have a chance for what? To win the championship?
No, to advance to the next round.
To advance the next rounds because he doesn't
run.
Right,
so ultimately win the championship.
Yes.
Right. He doesn't run well enough on circle.
Right.
Right.
Let's be honest, though. You can say that about a lot of drivers that are going to make the playoffs, that they probably have no shot at winning the championship.
But
that's not just an SVG thing.
Because of the wins that he has and the stage wins, he is going to start every round with something like 25, 30 more points than everyone else. I mean, if you get to the round of 8 and you win a random race, which he very well could with that kind of buffer, he's into the Final Four.
I mean, that's the system.
Yeah.
You play the system.
I guess you can't be mad at him because
you can't.
No.
He's winning the system, but as a fan, I mean, you almost could put money on him at any road course, right?
Oh, for sure.
You get to the circle track, he's a bomb shot.
Yeah, I mean, he's negative odds.
He's a bomb shot to win.
I mean, people say it's not deserved. I mean, what is deserved? At the beginning of the year, Trackhouse had to put someone in that car, and they put him in there knowing the same rule set and car as everyone else, and he's doing exactly what they wanted him to do.
Just signed a long-term extension, I think, right? So, I mean, he's in there.
It is deserved because that is the rule.
I couldn't be more bored with this conversation.
Well, that's why we're talking about it, Sid. But, like, he deserves it because that's how the system works. It doesn't exclude road courses. The point system applies to every race.
Yeah, no, we get it. Everybody plays by the same rules. But it doesn't change the fact that he's There's no road course in the Chase schedule, right?
One.
There is
Oh, there is one?
The Charlotte Roval.
All right.
Is that in round of 8?
I'm not sure which. It's the second or third round.
I mean, listen. I mean,
Second.
the more I think about it,
Thank
he
you.
has done well. I mean, you win 4 races. There's
pretty
still
good.
4 races.
Pretty good.
I think
Yeah.
we're just salty because we want Ryan in there.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
probably
guy's
what it is.
Screwing it all up.
Right. He's screwing it up for us.
Yeah, a lot of the rage. Plus, I mean, road courses.
You could say that about a super speedway winner being like, oh, like Harrison Burton last year. He was 30th in points and he made it in the playoffs because he won at Daytona.
Yeah,
True.
right.
Very
You
true.
could complain about that too.
All right, Sid, I won't torture you anymore. The segment's over, buddy.
All right. Listen, great job, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, okay. Let's carry on, shall we? Diego, new sponsor time.
Okay.
Flagman Graphics. After a nice run by Broadbrook Heating and Cooling, Flagman Graphics has returned for a second season as a sponsor. Got to chat with them up at Seekonk. Glad to have them aboard. It's time for this week's Did You Know segment. Come on. All right, the tour is headed, the NASCAR Modified Tour is headed to Richmond. Did you know there's been 14 Whelen Modified Tour races there? Only 4 drivers have multiple career wins there in a NASCAR Modified. You ready?
No.
Mike Stefanik, 3 times, 91, 93, 97. The Reg in 91 and 2000. And Justin Bonsignor in 2 out of the last 3 years. Those are your only drivers who have won multiple times at Richmond. And I just went into my Stefanik doc files and found this one here of Stefanik
Mario Fiore.
with Mario Fiore in the ketchup and mustard, number red and yellow 44.
I like that car, though.
That was a pretty interesting race. We profiled that win in the documentary. Go on our channel and check it out. That is your Did You Know of the week. Diego, get yourself ready. We got to keep the show moving. Let's go with some old, you know. Oh, how did I drop the ball on that? I'm having a tough night over here.
What happened?
Well, you know what I like to do here when that's...
I know what he likes to do.
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
It's not as fun when you're saying it, Rob.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I didn't even realize it was in my own mind.
All right, viewer mail brought to you by Ed Marcel, Firewood and Land Clearing. We only have 3 tonight, but
okay,
it's good for the show. First one we're going to read off is from our steady supporter, Mr. Jeremy Martin. All right. Thompson was packed unexpectedly last Wednesday with the tour in the house.
Unexpectedly?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. I expected there to be people there.
So same here. Same.
The Thompson car counts weren't stellar while the tour had a decent showing. Does there need to just be a tour race partnered with every race at Thompson to make it worth it? Why is there less support for local racers?
I think having the Modified Tour or Monaco Modifieds accompany Thompson is critical.
Right. Draws crowd at any track.
Yeah.
You got to have the anchor event.
You got to have those big names and those star drivers. And
yeah,
doing a Thompson show with just your weekly divisions ain't going to cut it with the stands, ain't going to cut it on the bottom line either.
No.
More than likely, at least.
No, and they're in a pretty vicious cycle with the weekly divisions now. I mean,
I think
they lose cars, less people show up, you lose more cars.
You know, it's a big track. And so if you have 6 cars in a division,
it looks even worse.
It looks even worse. They string out and you literally watch and follow the leader and the gaps open up.
Group qualifying.
I mean, that's why when I saw the Crown Vics was 2 cars, I'm like,
That's what I'm
had to be
saying.
brutal to watch that.
Like, it's hard
I'm
to
sorry,
watch.
but that has to be terrible.
Right. I mean, you could have a great race with 7 or 8 cars. But for the most part, they fall single file. It's hard to pass at Thompson. It's a very hard track to pass
It's a lot
at.
easier to have a great race with 8 cars in the bowl than it is at Thompson. A lot easier.
But you know, I did talk to I've talked to both Danny Cates and Tom Fox, you know, and they were both saying how that schedule that they have at Thompson fits their schedule. Right? Danny Cates ultimately, remember, he had the motor issue and he had to decide whether he was going to re-up for a new one or go get an open motor or get an SK, and he chose to re-up there because that's the track that has the schedule that fits him. I was just looking at these weekly divisions. Now, they indeed have a ton of people that run at other tracks, but and I'm only assuming this because this is the only place I know that these guys run regularly. But Derek Randstrom, right? Danny Cates, Zach Sangermano, Ryan Pompicelli in the mini stocks, Dave Trudeau, Steve Mikulski, almost the whole mini stock division, to be honest with you, other than the doors.
Yep.
Right.
I mean, so there are a lot of guys in here. Johnny O'Sullivan is just running Thompson this year. Rob Schultz.
Yep.
Right? So, I mean, there's several ones in each division. Larry Barnett does not race anywhere else.
Correct.
Even though he's not happy with the situation of that. Brian Tagg in the late models.
Yep.
So, I mean, Jared Roy in the late models. Zach Robinson. There's a lot of guys that
Jake Johnson when it comes to weekly racing.
Yeah. So their car counts aren't great, but a majority of the people that populate those divisions, that's the schedule that seems to work for them because they don't race anywhere else.
As I look at it, though, honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. It's not awful.
It's not terrible.
It's not awful because if you look across the country,
yeah,
there's some tracks that
I saw somebody post something in one of the
Yes.
groups. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
comparing the tracks.
yeah, Thunder Road was 1 and Stafford was 2, but Waterford was 5th, I think.
And it was like, what, 12, 15 tracks on that list? Or
Yeah.
something like that?
I remember me and my brother went to Spokane, Washington. It's called the State Line Speedway.
Yep. Yeah.
There's a drag strip on one side, and you could walk across the center, and there's an oval track. They run them both on the same night. They had like 4 divisions or something like that, and they had a total of like 15 cars. And there were people in the stands to watch, and I'm thinking, me and my brother, we were youngsters at the time, but we were like, we're going to go over, we're circle track guys. We're going to go over and watch the drag racing.
Yeah.
So when you think you have it bad, until you go to some place like that has 4 divisions and 15 cars, you don't have it bad because they have 13 cars in the SK lights alone.
Yeah.
So.
I know some people have brought up like Thompson doing Icebreaker and then the August event and then the World Series and calling it done. I'm not sure how profitable that is, but the August Modified Tour race always does well with the stands as long as the weather cooperates. The Monaco Modifieds, as long as the weather cooperates, which more often than not it hasn't, the crowd is good for that.
Yep.
So you could still have 5-6 events at Thompson. I just think you need to have a big headliner division like those 2 series to bring fans in. Otherwise, you're just not gonna.
Yeah.
All right.
Real quick, Diego, just
Yes,
want to
sir.
give an update here. 82 votes in.
Hell yeah.
Luke Baldwin's itching ahead here,
Yeah,
but Marlo's still in the hunt here if more people get in there and vote. So good response to it so far. Remy, you got anything you want to say?
Nope.
You don't? You sure?
Yeah.
Remy, are you really sure?
Remy's
Are you
great.
really
Look at me
sure?
like that.
Are you familiar with this?
Oh, that's right. If anyone wants to send us questions, you can send it to sidviewpodcast@gmail.com. My B, Sid. I'm
Yes,
so
definitely.
sorry.
Definitely your seat.
Insult to injury.
No.
Handed that to you on a silver platter and she dropped the dish and broke it.
All right.
Remy, are you sure? You have nothing to add.
Go ahead.
All right,
Diego.
next is Dane, who is always frequent. So I appreciate you, Dane, for sending in the questions. When ARCA had a truck series out in the Midwest during the 2000s, they had an interesting in-race incentive. For whichever truck was fastest in time trials, they could elect to start the feature in the back of the grid, and if they got through the whole field and won the event, they would get an extra $500 in addition to the winner's purse. Would that be a cool promotion to bring to some short track events? Fastest lap in heat races gets option to go for extra money. That was one question. Secondary question would be, is extra money opportunities that get posted sometimes like extra $100 for 6th place, lap money, free tires, or other bonuses like that, big deals to drivers or owners? Is it?
I think okay, when you were first starting to read the question, I had a different answer in my head.
So let's answer the first one, starting in the back. If you could go and start and get the option to start in the back, maybe you're not in the Escalade because it's 36 cars, but if you could start 22nd.
Originally, I was thinking, I don't even remember what I was thinking. I was thinking,
Relatable.
Yeah.
no. Well, I mean, every driver's there to win. Like, you're not
Right.
really there for the extra couple $100, but
Right.
then I don't know. I guess you have to think of it with like a weekly racing perspective, and it's like everything helps.
Right. But you're taking that risk, right? From starting 7th to starting 22nd.
Yeah.
All it takes is one meathead to screw your
I mean,
night
I would
up.
say no. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
I think
like
they
that
do
incentive.
it. They do it at Bowman Gray, right? Guys start. They give
I'm
the
not
option
sure.
to I think Burt Myers or some of those guys.
I do have an example.
Okay.
The first year SRX came to Stafford, the SKs had a non-points all-star race for winners and former champions. And they had 3 segments. The end of the first segment and the end of the second segment. Whoever won those segments, they had an option to start in the rear or 10th or whatever it was. And if they win, they get extra money. Moeller won the first segment. He went to the back. He elected to. So he could have won extra money. Christopher won the second segment. I think he would have to start 10th for what was a 10-lap segment. And he said no. So it was based off like some sort of like, he ended up restarting 5th because there was an invert or something.
Yep.
But he could have went back to 10th for extra money. He said no. He won the All-Star Showdown and got the extra money for winning the race, even though he didn't get the extra money for falling back to 10th.
Yes.
See, I love that. I mean, maybe he would have said yes with today's SK package. I don't know.
But it's a non-points race.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's a whole different world
Yeah,
when it
I
comes to
know.
points races.
I think you want to win every race that
Yeah, you'd
you're
like-
in. So
right.
And make it
what's-
as least
what's
complicated.
the extra couple $100, you know? But I don't.
I think they probably start offering that to people like they did it to Matt Hirschman. You know, guys that are continually winning on like when he was dominant on the Monaco series, right? And they say, okay, listen, we're going to make this interesting. You know, we're going to offer you this.
I will say this though, those like down south and the Monaco mods, they don't use the handicap. Monaco mods, I think, is plus minus and an invert, and I think down south is straight up.
Yep.
So if you're in the handicap in the SKs and you're starting 15th anyways, then yeah, it might be obvious to take that choice. But if you're starting on the pole for an SK race, are you really going to start
Right.
back in 15th or so?
And you also have to think if it's a points race, then no, absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Yeah,
So-
yeah.
As Michael
mean, maybe-
Christopher says, big picture.
Right. Maybe
Yeah.
if this incentive is for these non-points races,
Yeah.
then I think it's something to offer. But
Yeah, right. And the second one, a part of his question was like extra money for like, you know, they pick out a position, 6th place, let's just say, or heat race money. Does that lure cars to tracks, you think?
It certainly doesn't hurt.
Right? I mean, if they extra bonus money, they picked a random number every night.
I mean, there's an aspect to, you know, being a sponsor or something like that where you get your name read enough, and then that could even alone make it worth it. And then at that point, the driver actually getting the money is just a bonus. I mean, I don't see anyone could complain about that on either party.
I mean, I think some tracks. Yeah,
I don't know
sorry.
if it would lure new people in, but I think it would be a huge help to, with the weekly competitors.
I think
Exactly.
I think it'd be something that they'd have to come up with preseason. Like, listen, we're going to do this weekly. We're going to add money to each person. Maybe you one night, maybe another guy one night. I mean, they'd have to get creative on top of making. And I guess I'm just talking about the Speedbowl because Stafford doesn't have a problem getting
Right.
cars. But they'd have to get creative not only with the environment but with the purses and the structure of the purse to try to lure some teams, maybe like your dad's team, right, with your brother, that are on the fence about what the heck are we going to do next year? Well, maybe we'll just continue to do what we're doing instead of going to Stafford with 2 cars. Let's just hypothetically say, right? So there's going to be teams that are on the fence. I'm not sure what to do. You know, like a Nick Hovey team. They run both tracks. Next year they decide they want to run one track. Now they run good at both tracks. What are they going to do? What track are you going to pick? What's going to be the determining factor?
I think we know what they would pick, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm just saying because Stafford has a lot going for him, and so I think the question may be more about tracks that have lesser car counts.
I think making a bonus for a specific mid-pack position is one thing, but I think people might rather just have purses increase overall for
Yes.
mid-pack finishes
Yeah.
instead
Yes.
of one specific spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know if a 6 is really.
Well,
I mean, it's not going to bring cars.
I don't know if we answered that question correctly, but we all gave a valid opinion.
Yeah, we
on
bumbled
it.
around enough.
And I have one more from LJ, who's always a constant, and this is more of just a comment and a shout out. So
we like those too.
yeah, I'm gonna read this because it's cool, and some of my peoples are mentioned, so I want to read it. With all my wheelings and dealings trying to get my Pro 4 mod to the next race, and to help out some X-Car competitors. I had to take a trip down to southern Connecticut today, which is far from my normal travel area. Along the way, I saw trucks from Riley Generators, Mayberry Handling, Material Handling, and Belltown Recycling Center, Fowler's Auto Wrecking. All companies with deep roots in supporting the southern New England racing scene, as well as your podcast. I just wanted to give them a shout out and say thank you, and to say that their support does not go unnoticed or unappreciated. Sincerely, LJ. So thanks,
very
LJ.
cool. Yeah.
All right, cool. That's it. Thanks, guys, for my little segment here. Let's move it on, Sydney.
All right, let's get to it now. One of the most entertaining segments. Listen, Northeast Truck and Off-Road, they've had a strong run with us with the weekly pick'ems. This is the last one for them, but we appreciate Jason and all his support because they got the weekly pick'ems started for us this year. And he's been a strong sponsor all the way here into the middle of August. So we appreciate Jason. One last time, brought to you by Northeast Truck and Off-Road. Let's do the weekly pick'ems. Diego, we had a tough week.
So sad.
Rob's going to start to be insufferable.
You guys suck at this game.
Already start?
So
You sure about that?
Yep. Well, listen, here's the order. Rob's going to lead us off. Then Amanda is going to give us the picks for the hot seat. Then the Reminator. And then myself. And then Diego. Wouldn't you know, you're going last again. Look at you, buddy.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
All right, Rob, go.
Okay. For my touring pick, I am going with the Mod Tour.
Hold on, Rob. Let's get your mug there. We want to get your mug on the screen, I think is what we want to do here. Most likely, right?
Image that's in that graphic.
Such a handsome fella.
Look at this guy, huh?
What a handsome
And
fella.
every single pick I get, just a little more shine in the old eye.
You see what I'm saying? I believe the word I used was insufferable. But
well, yeah, something like that. Anyway, Mod Tour, Richmond, Matt Hirschman. Speedbowl, SK Modified, Eric Burnt.
Mm-hmm.
Stafford, SK Light. I'm finally picking an in-studio guest. Can you believe that?
Oh, look at that. All right.
Amanda, I'd say you're bouncing back this week.
All right.
Listen, if you had been in here a month ago, that would be kind of a curse on your car for the weekend.
Yep.
Not this time.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I do too. Get a little too cocky to get 5 wrong next week. Seekonk, Pro Stocks, Dave Darling.
Uh-huh.
Wild card, SK Mods at Stafford with Marcello Refrano.
All right. Well done. All right. Amanda, over to you.
Okay, so I have at Stafford. Surprisingly, I went with the open mod, Mike Christopher Jr.
Oh, very nice. Shocker.
At Waterford, I went with the late models, Jason Palmer.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Seekonk, I'm sorry, but I don't know anybody that races at Seekonk, really. So I chose Mason Goodale on the Bandoleros.
All right.
All right. That's a good
Shout
pick.
out,
that.
Shout out the kids.
Yeah. Good job.
Let's see. Touring Series, Wheel Modified Tour at Richmond, Emmerling.
Mm-hmm.
And my wild card is SK Mods at Stafford, Michael Christopher Jr.
Wow, double it up on Junior.
He's gonna do it again.
All
I was
right.
about to say he did it last year.
That's true.
Right.
Not uncharted waters there. All right. Reminator, what do you got?
Okay.
That's great.
So, all right. So Stafford Open. I'm also going with Mike Christopher Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Waterford Trucks Ryan Lynham.
Mm-hmm.
Seekonk Sportsman Jimmy Sylvia. We'll finally get it.
Oh.
Touring Series Wheelin Ryan Priest. And then I'm going back to Waterford for my wild card. Mini Stocks Chris Garside.
Wow. Way to have conviction there, Remy. He will finally get it. That's what I'm talking about.
Remy's making me want to change my picks.
Are you actually going to do it, or are you going to do what she does?
Are you in the same boat as Reminator here? What's going on?
She took 2 of my picks. She's really bothering me now. Don't be all proud of yourself.
You
now.
always give her crap when she doesn't change her picks, so now you're in her boat. What
That's
are you going to
true.
do?
He has to follow
I mean,
through
see,
now.
the problem here is, right, that you are correct, that I always do that. But she also got 2 right, and I didn't get any right. So I'm kind of like, well, maybe I should write her.
Maybe
coattails.
those are the 2,
You know what I'm
Sid.
saying?
I mean, come on, dude.
Decisions.
How
huh?
the tables have turned now, huh?
Strange. All right. Well,
That's what happens when you suck, Sid.
The only
Oh my! I know you end up going 4th.
Bonssa, I mean, the update's done. You can leave now. All right. So late models: Stafford, Adam Gray,
Okay.
trucks, Speedbowl, lined them. Charlie Rose late models at Seekonk.
Good pick.
Wild card, I'm going to go legend car at the bowl for Rowdy Burns on Wednesday.
Okay.
And then for the tour, you ready for this one? Going to mix it up because I did have Ryan Preece, but I'm getting my eraser out. And I'm going to plug in, for your listening pleasure, Kyle Bonsignor.
He's been running really well.
I was about to say, he's been good.
He's been good lately.
Yep.
So that's that. Diego, hit it.
All right, here we go.
Who's losing today?
Oh, Bonsa's awful lippy.
Yeah,
over
I know.
there, huh?
Come on, Bonds.
I know.
Settle down.
Easy to
over
talk
there.
when you ain't even in the game.
All right,
That's why I do it.
I'm going Stafford, SK.
Here we go.
That look.
Can you guess who I picked?
Bad.
Can you guess?
Can you guess? Back to back.
Corey?
Corey DiMatteo.
No shot, dude.
Okay.
I'm just saying, he's fast.
Sorry, Corey.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for you, man.
Way to bring the guy down.
I know.
Speedball, Chalk City, SK Light.
Oh my gosh.
He wrecked last week. He's going to be starting up front.
My
Hubby?
boy.
Hovey.
Chalk.
You know he's coming back.
That's some ridiculous chalk.
Oh, don't make
Why
that
with the
sound.
slur?
Seacock,
That's weird.
late model, Luke LeBrun.
Okay.
The Wheelin' Modified Tour is my touring series.
Yeah, looking forward to this.
Luke Baldwin.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yep. She's down at his states now.
Oh, all right.
What does that even mean?
Yeah,
well, you know, down
you
in
know
his
that.
country, whatever. His territory, whatever.
It's a daunting statement.
That's
yeah.
not even remotely accurate, but continue.
Well, why not?
Isn't he on Long Island, dude?
Yeah, he's from New York.
Yeah, but he races down south every week.
Okay, but
I mean, that's where he lives.
Where was he on Wednesday?
Where was he? It's Thompson.
Just-
Yeah, where was he on Saturday?
continue on.
All right. Hickory. Are you guys ready for this one here?
We're ready,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, we've been ready.
You guys want to
okay?
keep busting my balls here?
Go, come on.
My wild card is the Super X race.
Oh, Jesus.
Why? That's because you got to put it up tomorrow.
I already picked mine for Wednesday, so it's all good.
Oh, that's
Sean
true.
Skinner.
Okay.
Good pick.
All right.
That's it.
All right, good job by you. I will have those up on the Facebook page tomorrow. Let's do a little bit of the Riley Generators Pop Culture Minute, shall we? Reminator. I had a really hard time here putting
so
in pictures.
sorry.
I know. I keep screwing up what I wanted to put in here. So, anyways, Diego, October 12th. That's today's date. 1994.
October?
August.
Sorry, August, yeah.
Wait, shout out. August 12th. Nicole Christopher's birthday today.
Is that right? All right.
21st.
Yes.
21.
Wow.
Okay.
Very
Happy
nice.
birthday.
Continue.
All right. No, that was good. You were giving me time here for I can maybe download some of these pictures I was talking about. So listen, August 12th, 1994 was the beginning of the Woodstock 94 festival that was held in Saugerties, New York. And yours truly went to that.
Oh, you're so old.
I am old. All right. So, funny story. We went up there. It was just me and two friends of mine. We had no tickets. But word was that they were not really worried about tickets anymore. The gates had closed down, and that indeed was the case. We got up there. There was a whole row of, what do you call it, metal detectors. and there was nobody manning them. We went up there with 2 friends of mine. They were both younger than me. I was the only one that was 21. So we went to the liquor store that was right down there, and it wasn't an Ocean State job, but some store like that, and we bought a tent. There was no any real liquor left in this place, so I ended up getting like a 6-pack of Nips and like vodka or something terrible. It was, we were young and stupid and thought it was great. It sounds ridiculous now as I'm 52, but it was quite the epic adventure back in the day. And so here's one of the scenes.
Oh my God!
This was not me and my crew, but this is the kind of things that we saw as we were there.
Is that somebody in the air?
Yeah.
They have some sort of it was crazy. We saw a lot of naked people, I got to tell you. It was nuts, but there was
nuts.
There might even be a few in that photo.
There was over 350,000 people.
Oh my
and it was quite the event. I saw Metallica there. I was not a huge Metallica fan going into that, but they won me over. They were absolutely amazing that night. And I rocked out with them with 350,000 people. That's them on stage. It was pretty cool. Now, the next day, so that was Saturday night. The next day, we stayed there, and Green Day was on the... there was 2 stages. That picture I just showed you was the big stage, and then Green Day was on the smaller stage on Sunday. They had not really... they hadn't really hit big yet. They were just kind of starting to see him on MTV back when MTV used to play videos. But they were infamously in a mud fight because there was so much mud. People started throwing it on the stage. This picture is not great quality, but that was later on in the show.
Holy cow.
Their bass player was actually tackled at one point by security because they thought he was a civilian that jumped on stage.
Wow. No way.
And somewhere over in the far left of that picture is me and my 2 friends throwing mud and being stupid. And it was a pretty impressive time. We actually parked like 2 miles away. Some guy that lived in a little, next to a supermarket. He charged us like $20 to park our car there. And we left my car there. We had bought a whole cooler of beer, but we weren't going to carry the beer for 2 miles or however far away we were. So we left it in there, and we got back to the car. The drain plug was not secured, and the water from the cooler just drenched my car for 48 hours, and so we had to drive home with. Yeah, it was.
Rip.
But I did see. I saw Metallica. I saw Green Day. The Spin Doctors played. They largely got booed throughout the whole thing. They were not very popular. We saw Porno for Pyros, which was one of the weirdest shows I'd ever seen. We saw The Band, which was a group from the 60s. It was an interesting event. But 31 years ago today, the often forgotten Woodstock, because the original one was obviously a legendary festival, and then the one in 1999 was an absolute disaster. But Woodstock 94 was a lot of fun. So that's your Pop Culture Minute. Now let's find out what's happening this upcoming week with our friends over there at Myers Creamery and figure out what is on tap. What's the matter, Bonza?
Nothing.
All right, so Wednesday starting off there tomorrow. The Super X cars have a 40-lapper. The Tour is at Richmond on Thursday. Stafford's got it going on Friday with the Open 80. Seaconk's doing their Fast Friday thing. The Barebolt Greco SK43 is happening at the Speedbowl. Sid's View will be in the house for the first time in many months. Looking forward to getting back to the home track. Seaconk's doing its thing again with their weekly show. MRS is at Monadnock. Pro 4s are at White Mountain. That is what is on tap for this week. Diego, you going to be at the bowl with us there on...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, giddy up.
Looking forward to it.
All right, one last call here as we do our last segment, but the modified hard hit of the week, we look like we have a winner, but you can still get your votes in here while we try to figure out, with the help of our... Well, I'll let Rob tell you, but let's find out who won the week, shall we?
Who are you?
Brought to you by Skate It. We say it right.
All right, well done there. I'm going to give you a couple. Remy, you let me know if I missed anybody. I've just jotted down here Corey DiMatteo for winning for the first time in over a year in the Stafford SKs. Glenn Reen for finishing fourth in the ARCA race and then gaining 13 positions in the Xfinity race. Bob Charland for returning to the SK Light victory lane for the first time in 13 years. Colton Gamacorda for winning in his rookie season in the Stafford Streeters. Patrick Emmerling from going from last to first in Dick Armstrong's #1 throwback scheme and celebrating with Jeff Bodine in Victory Lane, who made that car famous. Jacob Burns for the late race pass on Dave Darling in the 60-lap race in the Pro Stocks at Seekonk, as well as winning the Triple Crown Series title. He also finished second in the late models at Thompson and won the Legend Car race Sunday at the Speedbowl. Al Stone for becoming the 10th member of the 70 Win Club at the Speedbowl. What else you got, Rams?
I think you got everything.
Oh, okay. Travis Hydar for winning back-to-back in the limited late models. George Baldwin and Jake Johnson for staying dominant in their respective divisions. Diego, what are you thinking?
I'm taking Colton all day.
All day, he says.
All day. Gamacorda deserves it to me.
Okay. I think I'm going to wait and think this over a little bit. Amanda, you get a vote in this.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Colton?
Yeah, I thought. I mean, I didn't. It was funny because I'm like watching on social media after the night everything that happened, and I'm like, who is this kid?
Oh yeah.
And then
she knows who he is now.
Yeah, right.
I thought that was good.
Oh yeah.
Bonsa, what do you got?
This one's actually really tough, but I think I'm inching towards Colton. I'm stuck between Colton and Charland, but I think I have to give the edge to Colton because the crowd reaction was phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
To win in your 13th ever start at Stafford, 14 years old against some of the best in street stock racing.
Watch out, Kevin.
Yeah,
Telling you.
I have to give the edge to Colton. He has my vote.
Well, I am not voting for anybody at Stafford Speedway. I think I'm going with Jacob Burns. He's a rookie. He's leading the Pro Stock points. He just beat an 8-time Pro Stock champion in the last couple laps to do so in a 60-lap race. And like I said, he finished second at Thompson in the late model and then won the Legend Car race at the Speedbowl on Sunday. That's who I'm picking.
Yeah, he's nasty.
He's real nasty.
He is
in
nasty.
a bunch of different cars.
Yep.
Reminator. What do you got?
She's like, huh?
I think I'm going to go with Colton because when I was in Victory Lane, it was a very fun Victory Lane. So I have to take Colton for the win.
All right.
Well, that's right. You get to see all the victory lanes, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Rob, what do you do when people vote for somebody that doesn't exist?
Yeah, Brody Salamito, is that who you're talking about? I'm not sure. I was going to write it down, but I'm not sure he's getting many more votes.
Good boy, Fence Line. Preston, what's your vote?
Kid?
Yeah, didn't he get his first win? It's his brother.
There was like some article about it online. I don't remember.
I was about to say that's Timmy's kid.
All right.
I don't remember what it
Preston
said.
is going with Patrick Emmerling.
A good one.
Yeah.
Wait, so
last
fill
to
me in
first.
on this Brody story.
Yeah, talk
who
to
is
us.
that? Because I honestly just
What are we
thought he
missing?
meant Landon Salamito. I was like, that's a pretty aggressive
What are we
Yeah,
missing?
I think he
Spelling.
won. Was it at Riverhead?
Was it Riverhead?
Yeah.
I think he won. I don't know. I've been seeing posts about it, but
All right.
now I can't
My bad.
remember.
Yeah, well,
Might be.
Sid, we look stupid as hell now.
Well, they're dropping in. I mean, he's dropping in names from tracks that we don't cover or series we don't cover. I mean, I'm not,
You can only do so much.
I can only be confused when you do that. But listen, Fence Line, thanks for coming way out of left field with stuff. We wouldn't expect anything less from you. Good job by you.
As always.
I think
Timmy
shared it.
It's Sean Salamito's son.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Gotcha.
Landon's brother. Is that
Yeah.
what we're looking at? Yeah. All right.
Word?
All right.
Word to Brody.
Listen, next time, vote for somebody that races at a track in Ohio. We don't cover those either, but all right. What do you got there, Rob?
I first will cast my vote for Bob Charland.
Sid, who'd you vote for?
I voted for Jacob Burns.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
But yeah, I mean, not winning in 12 years, like 12 years ago, I was barely a sentient human being, so. There's always that. I mean, that's a long ass time.
Jeez.
All right. Shall I read the results now?
Yeah, go ahead.
We have, with one vote apiece, Jacob Burns, Brody Salamito, and Patrick Emmerling. With 5 votes, we have Bob Charland, and with a bang in 10. First win and first-time winner of the week, Colton Gambacord. Congratulations, brother.
All right, Colton.
Good job by you. Attaboy.
All right, so Colton, we'll bring you some Sid's View podcast gear on Friday. Congratulations for winning the week, and I think it's time we got to close the poll. 89 votes. I got to tell you, we have 150 members, and over half of them voted in our first live chat poll. So that's good. The winner is Luke Baldwin, and I got to say, he probably did have the hardest hit.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I'll figure out a way to get in touch with Luke, and I don't know, maybe we'll see him at the Monaco sometime soon or something. But yeah, so that is our second winner, Luke Baldwin, with the Cause Central Auto Modified Hard Hit of the Week. Well, what do you say? I think we've made it. Look at this, 2 hours and 5 minutes.
I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be longer than that.
Yeah, you know, once we get through that update, we get that thing hopping. You know what I mean?
Right.
We know how to get it going. Listen, follow us on social. We do that thing there when Remy says stuff and we put it into the reel and it kind of goes viral, and that's kind of how the show became popular, wouldn't you say? All right, Diego, what do you got there, buddy?
Man, one of my favorite parts. Thanks to Belltown Motors for the weekly update. Waddell Communications for the Nostalgia Nugget. Hoosier Tyrese for the Popcorn Stat Chat. Welcome Flagman Graphics for Did You Know? Ed Marcel Firewood and Land Clearing for Viewer Mail. Of course, DRC Electric for the Chalkboard Chatter. Northeast Truck and Off-Road for the Weekly Pick'ems. Special thanks to Riley Generators for the Pop Culture Minute. Myers Creamery for What's on Tap. Skate It LLC for Who Won the Week. Of course, Stafford Speedway, JDL Motorsports, and Serve Pro of Norwich for the point standings. Midstate Site Development, thanks for the quote of the week in the stat drop. Couldn't do without Monaco Ford for the results ticker. Thanks, guys. This is one of the popular segments, Cause's Custom Auto for the mod hard hit of the week. Woo! It's a great little award to have, but you don't want to get it. Special thanks to Seacon Grand Prix for firing up the hot seat. Special guest tonight, Amanda West. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Of course, Bonza and Preston, you guys are great. Thanks for helping out in the studio as always. Vault Productions, kick-ass studio. It is the bomb.
Word.
Hell yeah. And of course, last but not least, all you podcast members, we really appreciate your support, the live chat, the support all week. Keep watching the reels. Thank you so much. See you next week.
I'd like to say a special thank you to NASCAR Regional, Stafford Speedway, Speedbowl History, Seekonk Speedway, and Fenceline Films for the videos tonight. Also a big thank you to Dave Mavlojanis and Shani Lorenzen for the photos tonight.
Good job, Reminator. You're getting better at this. Only took a year and a half. We love you. Everybody, we'll see. I'll be at Stafford on Friday. Looking forward to the bowl with the Sid's View crew, flying drones, doing our thing. Hopefully we'll see you down there. And we'll talk about it all next week. See you then.